I want you to do me a favor.
Yeah, sure.
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
What?
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Shouts to all my lost boys. Shouts to all my lost boys. We rowdy. Shouts to all my lost boys. Shouts to all my lost boys. We rowdy. Shouts to all my lost boys.
How much can you know about yourself if you've never been in a fight? I don't want to die without any scars. So come on, hit me before I lose my nerve.
Gentlemen, welcome to Fight Club.
Can you hear me, bro? Can you hear me now, bro? That doesn't make me feel so bad. I was just about to tell a story.
Leave a chimpanzee in a car is gonna mess up your interior.
I have two of these that my butt touches the floor. So Wanderson is close to the floor, so I don't feel so bad.
So why don't you explain to us the days of the week, how you guys set it up? Because it's pretty genius.
Can you like lengthen this or no?
Yeah.
I'm fucking retarded.
Why you think it's genius?
Because it's stupid as fuck.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh, it's easier. It's easy, I guess, to remember the names because they all like are the same kind of.
Okay, so go ahead. What do you guys call Sunday?
Domingo.
And what do you guys call Monday?
So Domingo would be the first day of the week, so it's
Just like
Domingo,
Spanish.
whatever. But then Segunda is the second day of the week, so second, segunda, feira, and then and so on. Terça-feira, quarta-feira, quinta-feira, sexta-feira, and sábado for Saturday.
So why mix in the numbers and then just throw in numbers and then names? Why not?
I have a theory.
That is weird.
I have a theory.
I didn't know that.
I think it must be like a reason why. I never really look it up. I'm gonna look up while here, but
I have a theory with having very little education about language, and since we have a language expert,
linguistic.
Actually, it's linguistic. I don't know about the mixing, but there are lots of other languages that do that. First month, second month,
not
third
just
month.
that. I'm saying like if you notice like Spanish and Italian or like Argentinians or if they're too Portuguese.
Another question.
Oh, here you go.
Another question.
Why did
Interrupting number one.
Okay.
Another question. Why do you guys call?
We haven't finished answering the first question.
There's gonna be many
What about the
questions.
first guy?
Okay, wait. Andy was talking about.
No, let's just let him so that we could just make it this a joke, another joke.
We'd have a running count. Ding!
Yeah, and anyway, he's gonna smoke weed and lay down anyway. So it's
Okay,
not a problem.
perfect.
He won't be interrupting in like 2 minutes.
Wow.
Wow. So anyway,
Perfect.
I think that regionally
Good word.
dialects start to change, and then in a few hundred years, in a whole new language. Yeah. So everything is like that because what they do is mangle Portuguese a little bit,
Right.
which is a mangling of Spanish,
Right.
which is a mangling of Latin or Italian or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So and
mean,
every
look
other
at-
language, pretty much.
Look at Creole. Haitian
Right,
Creole.
exactly.
It's the
I was
same
going to use
fucking
that
thing.
as the first example, but
Yeah,
so
now it's it's its own language. It doesn't
Yeah,
have
exactly.
It doesn't have like a standard vocabulary,
right,
or not
exactly,
like a standard written dictionary.
right. It's
but
a
it's
thing.
its own language.
It's a thing.
I
yeah.
fucking hate
I
it.
think it's because since Brazil is
I
so
found it. They're saying here there was a bishop that gave the feira, which means in Latin means vacation or resting.
yeah
So they named the week
feriado.
the week before Easter was only the week they would call férias. So it'd be segunda féria, but so it would be the whole week to rest.
But since you guys are so lazy, they made it every day.
No, but then there was a when we got colonized by the Portuguese, there's one of the kings there decided to call it the whole thing the same shit. So that's how it started.
Okay, another question. Why do you guys call all snakes cobras? Which you guys don't have cobras in Brazil. But go ahead, please.
Why we call all snakes cobras?
Yes.
I never thought about that one.
There's
I
no-
know there are different ones.
They're not cobras. Cobras are the ones that pop the little thing out of the side of their heads.
They flatten.
Yes.
I'm gonna Google that one too. Keep going.
I could
Well, we should all start reading.
Yeah, actually, let's all do
Or
some research
Googling.
and then we'll meet in 5 minutes. Go.
Ready, go. So do we have topics for today, or
Oh, we have the research
we're just
right
gonna get in?
I've got a question,
Yes, sir.
Mr. W. How
Wait, I have to
good
look
was your
around.
English
Who's
when you
Mr.
first got
W?
here?
You guys
to the
should
United
have
States?
sent me the questions earlier so I could like come away with the answers.
We're making that up.
Next time, we will-
Well, I wanted to know how good your English was when you first got here, because it's pretty good now.
His English is.
I'm sorry. I
Is
really
good. His English, your English is
your
good.
English is very good. So I'm wondering, did you speak any English when you got here 10 years ago?
I did, but not like I do now. I have issues still with my accent.
Well, but
So-
accents.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
So,
I never
you
even
know-
noticed
you
your
know-
accent.
You know, you guys know that my accent is kind of like.
No,
you
the,
know-
the accent's
you know.
fine, but your vocabulary is really, really good.
I think because from day one when I was in school, I was in love with the English language. I was always top student from the first years, through all my years in school, in high school. Always I would be the best student in English classes.
And how come you have a sense of humor? I've noticed that a lot of Brazilians don't.
Well, that should be the next question. Let's continue. Let me answer this one.
I'm gonna say his intelligence, but
Let me get to that one next. But then besides that, I lived in Europe, and I also learned that a little bit. I got here, we still kind of sucked. I came here. I told you guys last time coding. I would be coding and I would googling every single word that I know.
That's
Google
awesome.
it, Google it. What is it? What's the name? And ask my friends. What is this? What's that?
That's
What
how
is
you
this?
learn
What is
stuff.
that?
That's good.
And then I went to college here
you're
too.
not as dumb as you look.
And now I correct my
Oh,
friends.
we should also do a joke counter.
My friends that I used to
Ding.
ask the meaning of things, I already correct them, and they were born here in Miami. So, but it just hard work, like anything in life, with hard work.
Good job.
I hate it too because I wanted to hit on chicks,
Right.
and I was
That's
like,
the real.
and I was like, oh my, I want to feel like, you know, that I know how to talk, and I'm like, I have to speak the freaking language. How the hell am I gonna
Yeah, smart. Very smart.
So, also I like languages. I always like language.
Do you speak a 5 language?
language of love.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Portuguese, French, Italian, Spanish, English, and the language. No, that's the sixth one.
That's
The
the,
sex
Why are you
one.
bending over and
Sick.
pulling your pants
that's
down?
the sick one.
Is that how you
Sexed
speak
one.
that language?
So what's the main difference in between making love to a woman in the U.S. and making love to a woman in Brazil?
The flies. Ding. Andy gets one.
Point for Andy.
Full point.
Well, here in Miami, we have a lot of different cultures. If you're gonna talk Central America, for me, in my opinion, is one thing. If you're gonna talk South America, if you're gonna talk Europeans, you're gonna talk Americans. It's all different, in my opinion.
Where's the best pussy from?
I still think that it's South America. As far as just the way they see sex, I feel like at least
They're
my
more
personal
sexual. They're more
experience,
sexual.
They go for it more. Like they just don't think about. They're like not rationalizing.
like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Spanish women?
Spanish is different. It's European. It's another mentality.
Okay.
Not like you're gonna say a Colombia, Venezuela.
No, but he's
Cuba,
talking
Brazil.
about
He
Spain,
means like
not
Latin
Spanish speaking.
American.
From Spain.
So
in
European
particular.
is a different mentality. It's okay. I don't. Not my favorite.
But they like to fuck.
Well,
The Spanish are freaks, from what I've heard.
no, French too. The French are, but then at the same time they're a little bit like, oh, it's my pussy.
Not
It's
really.
Like,
Not really.
what do I mean? They like fucking, but
And they like to fuck a lot.
they're possessive about their pussy. It's like their pussy, not yours.
Because it
it's
is their-
theirs. It's just an example.
Okay.
But you know when you like jiu-jitsu or martial arts, when you train a lot and you don't have to think to do things, like your body just
comes natural, yeah.
comes naturally. So I feel like South Americans, they when
The
having
shrimp
sex,
escape
they just
comes
go for
normal.
it. They don't have to think. They just like you move and go and move side control and go take your back and
Yeah, you don't have to tell them 50%.
flows more.
Let's go 50%.
Right.
It flows more, and I don't have to say anything. I hate when I have to say like, okay, let's do this, let's do that, like.
Right.
And just like I just tap already. You should know. Just
Pick
like,
up-
okay.
pick up on
You
the-
should know I popped up from the back of your car. You
I
should know
popped.
what the fuck I'm here for.
So, but there are good things in all of the cultures, of course.
Very political. Very political. I like
Yes. So, my favorite is still Brazilians. I would say Brazilians, Cubans, Colombians, Americans.
that. Are you looking around after you said Americans?
Yeah, there's no Americans.
The
in
problem
here.
is, no, look, Americans are good, but the problem is the expiration date on an American chick is usually pretty low. Usually when an American chick hits 25, that's
Are
not-
we talking
It depends-
hotness or fuckability?
we're talking about everything. A lot of times, American chicks
think
at
American chicks
25,
are
they all
destroyed
become
because
Tammy
I think
with
they're
a fucking.
That's pretty good. No, but I think they're destroyed because of feminism. It's
Yeah.
ruining women here.
But
They're
that's for sure.
unfuckable.
No, but not only that, the Latin woman is trained to be a woman since they're little.
Like servant.
Well, I'm
More
saying
like,
they're
not service,
feminine,
but like,
and they're feminine, and it's way hotter.
American
Then when you
chicks-
try to be a man, nobody fucking likes that.
American chicks, they train them to be on the little motorized cart in Walmart when they get to 30. Too much?
Ding. Yeah, I like it. I'm giving it a full point.
Ding.
Vote.
I didn't
We
get
gotta
that
have a
one.
vote.
Sorry. What
We
was
should
it?
have a thing where we all vote. Yeah. And then if you get like the 2 out of 3, you get a point.
And if you get like 3 X's, you have to shut up.
Yeah.
More
You have to
jokes.
shut up for like a minute. You can't say anything for a minute. We'll have these unwritten rules. They'll work out little by little. We don't have to.
But maybe it's the fault of the men too. Maybe the men just fuck them over too much, and then they become.
I've a theory on that too, but I might not want to say that yet.
But they do that
It's
too
too
in South
heavy.
America. So
Another podcast.
No, well, let's hear the theory.
chicks love fucking.
That is our fault.
What is- what is- wait.
People say.
Wait,
Let
what
Let
is
him
our
go, let him
fault?
go, let him go. Well, I'm always going to be here.
Go
You
ahead.
guys are over
Go ahead,
talking.
go ahead,
You
go
guys
ahead.
are over talking.
No, I
Wait,
want to talk over Wanderson.
Hashtag,
I
go
want
fuck
Wanderson to talk because I know he can't
Go, Andy,
escape
go,
too
Andy, go.
easily.
Yep.
No, go.
Move over here so we
No,
can
you
see
can't
you.
control my life. Go, Wanderson,
don't see
finish
you.
your thought.
What thought? No, there was no thought. I was gonna just say that women's like having sex more. I think in South America, in Brazil particularly, in my opinion, they just like they love it. They might
They
like
do.
they just look at you. They might hit on you. They might talk at you. And they like grab you and things, and like they love it. I like you have a threesome, like easy 3 chicks, like chicks just like fucking here. Like you look at a girl and she's like looking at you like you're a creepo. I'm like.
Like they have less
I'm
inhibitions?
just looking at you.
In their defense, you do kind of look funny.
Describe them.
He looks
Ooh.
like a.
What was that movie with, it was by Mel Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
Apocalypto.
That's what I was
see when you
saying.
talk.
Like one of the main
Like-
characters from Apocalypto. That's what Wanderson is.
Oh yeah, I did a
But a
Photoshop.
supermodel that crawled out of the jungle from the tribe of Apocalypto. He's not like your average run-of-the-mill Indian. He's like the
Yeah.
hottest one.
I love-
ever.
The Antonio
He's the
Banderas
hottest-
of Honduras.
I love that movie. I love it so much that when it came out, I photoshopped the background, what's it called, the cover of the movie,
Uh-huh.
and I took the guy and I put myself as him.
That's
I still probably have somewhere.
It was a good
That's
movie.
awesome.
It was a great movie,
Yeah.
man. And like just when they're
And what was the whole what was the message that you got from the movie? What was the message you guys got from the
I
movie?
don't remember.
The message was
The
even-
white man's evil, like every other movie.
No, that's not the message. The message was even if the white man wasn't gonna get there, you were still fucked by your own people.
Yeah, that's the thing that bothers me about like, oh, we raped and pillaged the here America, you know, or
Yeah, we're really getting
slavery in
raped and
Africa.
pillaged.
Guess what? That shit was happening already.
what about
Everybody does everything. Oh, rape began with fucking these people or these people. No, the first fucking guy that said, "Hey, I like this shit over there, and I don't have shit."
There wasn't a guy
Murder everybody.
There wasn't a guy
rape
named John P.
everybody.
Rape that did the first rape.
Exactly. Just fucking idiots. And then look,
John
everybody
P.
alive
Rape.
is now my slave. And if you don't like it, I'll just bludgeon you to death. And then you all fucking shackled up with wood shackle, whatever. Make it that. I went too far. One step too far.
Couldn't have been an oar shackle. It had to be a wood shackle. They're easy to get out of.
It was probably like fine shackles.
Did you guys heard the story about the Mayans?
No, but go ahead. Your uncles?
Oh.
No, they're my second degree cousins.
tell us.
It's a long story, but pretty much the idea is that the guys, they had like the main island and the little island. So when the conquistadores, how's it called? Like
Yeah.
Don't say it with that face because those
That
were
was
my
me.
family.
whatever. What's the name?
Yes.
Well,
That was the three of our relatives versus your relatives. No offense. Go
so
ahead.
the
By the way, my great great grandfather says thank you.
the conquistadores.
And
Sorry. They
mine had
found
fun
out
raping and
they
pillaging. too.
met first the little guys of the little island, and they had a trip before, and one of the guys that everybody died, and only one guy survived, and he was living on the little island for a long time. So he just became one of them, and he learned the language of the little tribe of the small island. So when the second boat came and arrived, they saw them from far. Oh, they like you guys. You're from like the guy that we have. So they were friendly to the second boat on the small island. So when they met the guy, he knew all the language. He knew the Mayans. He knew the language of the smaller island and the larger island.
And he's like, yo, these people are cool.
So they start translating for them. These people were cool. So what happened? These people from the small island was like, oh, they can help us get rid of the guys from the big island. because they suck, because we're small.
Uh-huh.
So they're thinking they're gonna help them.
Be careful what you wish for.
So when they went and
help
attacked,
themselves.
they attacked the big island, and then they all got screwed. But yeah, it was their own. They fucked up themselves because
That was gonna happen anyway. Whether
Yeah,
they,
but
they
wouldn't
They
be-
just made it a little
Also-
easier.
everything was gonna happen.
Also,
anyway.
the lightning rods didn't help either. You guys were fucking with rocks and spears. That's okay.
and it was a part also the whole language thing. The fact that there was this guy and there was also this lady. What was the name? There was this famous Mexican lady that was. She helped a lot on the revolution too. There was a lot of play of language that enabled the conquistadors
Yeah.
to get what they wanted, was because they always have a key person that spoke all of the languages, was able to
Yeah,
communicate.
the person's called a traitor. Yes.
Well,
Yeah. The person
Somebody that
doesn't
wants to
wanna
survive.
die. Yes.
Somebody that wants to survive.
Exactly. The guy who doesn't want to die. Hey, you gonna help us? No. Look.
The guy who's seen what the lightning rod does.
No. And when you conquered horses and you have rifles, there's no beating you with sticks.
are you all guys Spanish descendant?
Cuban.
Yes.
So yeah.
I lived in Spain, so whatever. Joder, tío, porque si vives en Madrid, eres de Madrid.
Oh,
Yo
no,
soy
please.
madrileño,
Oh, no,
tío.
please.
¿Puedes hablar español como España?
Sí.
Sí. Joder, tío, qué bueno tu español.
Tío.
Abajo está la hostia. Tronco.
So is that the same thing, Juanqui, from the other day?
It smells better.
Yeah. Okay.
Juanqui, do you have a farm?
Rats.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no recollection.
You don't recall?
I have no idea. Farm? Una fazenda?
Você tem uma fazenda de chá verde.
Una fazenda savede.
Você tem uma fazenda ou
De Barreto.
ou é uma plantação?
Plantação.
É um sítio?
Sítio.
Uma planta.
Uma plantinha só. Essa planta.
Sozinho.
Uma.
Uma, duas, três, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you guys know about the floors? How it is? I mean, probably not just in Brazil.
What do you mean?
The
First floor.
first
second
is always the
floor?
second. There.
Oh, really? So one is the ground floor,
It's
and
always
then it goes.
it's always T.
one,
They call
two.
T or térreo. The ground
Like
floor
lobby?
always térreo. And then the second here is always the first floor, and then second and third.
That makes sense
Sounds legit.
because it's the first floor. The first floor.
The first
Oh,
floor above the ground floor. Yeah, I'd go with that.
I go with that. It's fine with me.
It's okay.
Either way, I don't
Yeah.
really give
I
a
mean,
shit.
they probably
And what about
they probably learned that from somebody else.
What
but
about
whatever.
What we have here is fine too. But
what about the 13th floor?
Yeah, that's
Do they
the
have that in
dumbest thing
Brazil?
Ever.
You don't have it here? No, right?
well,
yeah,
and sometimes in some hotels they don't have that. They'll skip it.
No, they don't
A
have it.
lot of places.
At any?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see it at any elevator. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
People are so dumb.
They have a 13th floor, but they don't
It's
call it
14th.
Right.
It's 14th.
But I think in like either Japan or in Korea, it's like the number 4. It's like the same
it's
character as
odd
death.
Numbers. Or
No, no, no.
Even what?
There's
one
some
or
number.
the other is like bad luck.
There's some number
So they're
either in
retarded with
Chinese or in
there's
Korean
Yeah.
where the number is the same word or the same character as death.
Oh.
So it's super bad luck. So you don't name the floor after that.
Microsoft believe in numbers because they jump a few numbers on their Windows. They didn't do Windows 9. They jumped from 8 to 10. There was no Windows 9.
Well, maybe Windows 9 was just shitty.
No, they never launched Windows 9.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
they do shit like that because of the Asian market.
I remember DOS.
maybe.
I remember DOS.
Oh yeah, I remember DOS. My
I remember
gosh.
DOS.
And that's what I did in school. It's code. It's just code.
Super fun.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
When I was a kid.
Takes you
that's what
45 minutes to add 3 plus 4.
Just to
Great.
open a file. Oh,
that was okay.
It's code. It's what code is.
Not really.
Oh, it's so basically code.
it's commands. You're doing commands.
Basically.
Using code for
Exactly.
It's basically the same. For a
command.
regular
Code is
person.
when you actually write.
Code is when you're inventing shit.
You're writing a
It looks-
program.
You're
Same.
inventing.
It looks the same.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it uses words.
It's the same strand. You're gonna get.
But you know where we're going with the talking about coding and computers? You know where we're all going? What?
I'm a immune guy.
In very few years, all the personal computers are going to be
Oh, like head
I'm
mounted.
an immune guy.
glasses.
10
Yeah.
seconds.
Have you seen the new glasses that Snapchat came out? Snap.
Now look, this guy did a fucking Clinton.
What?
Do a Clinton.
Andy.
I'll do it.
Guy with the size beak you have, I should.
Son of a.
Snapchat just launched. We're gonna go more on the glass, but the one that right now is like the hot one. There are
Snapchat.
two hot now that I'll buy now. The Snapchat just came out, but you can only buy right now if you're in New York, and it's $150. It's like a GoPro,
What can you buy?
but it's in your eyes.
Oh, okay, got it. The yes, the like Snapchat sunglasses or whatever they call it.
But pretty much you can film whatever you're
Is it
doing.
okay?
Right? Is it like Google Glass?
No, it's different
How so?
because Google Glass sucks. If you want a good
I've never
glasses,
played with
have
it.
you seen the HoloLens?
Yeah, that looks cool.
HoloLens
looks super cool.
are awesome. $4,000 glasses. $4,000 glasses. The HoloLens. But you can see like it measures the whole area and maps it and create holograms using the wall. So this wall for in your eyes would break and you see the wall breaking. It's not, but the glasses will show you. And it's a computer at the same time. And you can
Yeah,
have
so
the
it's
windows.
basically like perception.
Well, it's an overlay.
It's augmentation.
It's like an augmented reality on top of whatever's in your room. So actually, I've seen like a cool demo. It was actually the Magic Leap people, but it was a game where the dude was in the office, and then a wall breaks. This wall breaks, and then a robot crawls out of the wall, and then out of the ceiling, the hole opens,
And
and
he's
a
shooting
robot
them?
comes down. And
They
he's
should
shooting
they
them.
should
Oh,
call
that's a test.
they should
I
call
saw
it
that one.
controlled schizophrenia.
I saw.
It's awesome.
It's gonna be
because you
Yeah.
can work out. I've been doing some.
It's good. Go
Take a
ahead.
break?
Yeah, oh, no, everybody's talking.
Right.
See? Okay,
Take a
go
break or
Andy.
we're good?
Go Andy.
I'm good. No, but that's gonna be the future because I saw
Yeah.
a demo where it's
a
like
break.
Costco basically in those VR glasses, and then the difference between you shopping on and then they come in here, you go on your little VR glasses. It's
Right.
like we went to Costco the other day.
Right.
We wouldn't have to do that.
Yeah,
you
the
just be
difference-
home. This wine bottle, you see exactly what they have. It's updated,
Yeah.
like
Right,
you know,
right. It's on the
item by
moment.
item.
What
It goes
movie
through the
was it? What
computer.
movie was it? Or was it the one with the two little robots and the that everybody's real fat in the future?
Oh,
Like a
yes,
Wall-E?
Yeah, Wally.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
That's where we're going.
I know a lot of people already
And
like
you know
that.
why? Because
I can't wait.
you know
It's
what's
gonna be awesome. Soda and TV.
Next
Yeah,
time-
but you know when it's gonna go
In
too
front of my
far? You know when
face.
people are gonna say it's
I
too
don't care.
far?
I'm 600 pounds.
With the virtual fucking, they're gonna say that's it. It's too far.
Next time I come,
No,
I'll
you don't-
bring
you're
a
too-
little cheap
Oh,
HMD display
Last
for, like, the
had
phone.
them. That shit is
Super cool.
awesome.
I have in my
My
car
kids showed me,
downstairs.
like, they have
Pretty
videos,
fucking
like,
genius.
You want to go get it?
I'll bring it
like
over.
this
I don't care.
with your phone. You don't even need.
I have it in the car.
VR.
What?
I have it in the car. I did some tests with it.
I feel like when he says I have it in the car, you want to go outside and start over again?
No, I'm gonna go get it and come back.
No,
All right, cool.
I've seen it. He's seen it. You've seen it.
Bring it over. Let's see.
we all see it.
Andy, live a little, guy.
We're gonna see.
Andy
VR
always,
glasses.
Andy always decides to die a little.
What the
I think
hell's
he's
that
dying
mean?
a little in front of us.
Yes, he is. Cut it
Well,
out.
I'm-
Cut it out.
Go get it. Go get it.
I will go get
No,
it.
no,
Yeah.
I'll go get
I don't
it.
think
Wait a
it's
second.
Have you guys?
waste of time.
I think I mentioned it before, but have you guys tried the HTC Vive?
I think
It's-
that's the one
it's
that I
like-
tried.
It's like the
That's what
Oculus
Laz has.
Rift. It's like the Oculus Rift, but
Don't throw the
Where's
fancy names.
Where's
But-
Laz, by the way?
I don't know.
Laz?
Yeah,
Probably
It's
balls
like-
deep.
he went to 2 or 3.
Laz is jerking off really hard right now at home.
I don't think he jerks off.
Yeah, he does. He says he does.
Yeah, he starts off with
He say he started the day to get energy. I'm like, shit. If I do that,
No, I could do it sometimes. I do it sometimes.
oh,
So where is he?
I don't know. He didn't. He
But you
hasn't even talked.
jerk off more when the you know what I want to say.
What?
does that mean?
Joaquin's
What is-
making faces,
No,
and I have
you
no
jer-
idea
you
what he's
jerk
talking
off
about.
more. You jerk off more when the partner that you want to fucking stick your dick in is either not cooperating,
Yeah.
is annoying. It's the same bicycle you've ridden so many times that, bro. The thing is, listen. Stop me if I'm wrong. Why? Ow! Why you fucking kicking me, mo? Fucking yo, hey, stop
Fuck you.
this shit. Look,
Fuck you.
look, look.
Fuck you. No, I'm gonna delete
Bring
it.
him,
I'm gonna
motherfucker.
delete it. No one's gonna hear this anyways. So fuck
Ever.
you.
guys, but when you're in love, you don't think about those things. You know?
Guy, can you put your
About these
pants
things.
back on? Can you put your pants?
You don't think.
So I don't think it matters. Like it's happened to me where I'm just fucking jerking off because no one else wants to fuck me. But even when I'm getting some, I I think it might be a habit
No, I know.
as it is. Like, I need to go to sleep.
I know, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
I like the look away.
Pussy could be like a car. You have to turn it in.
Hey, but if you do that and then go train and then you get your ass whooped,
Yeah, but that's not true. That's bullshit.
You're like,
that's bullshit.
I better keep it.
Put it this way, guys. Listen,
I'll keep it for the
that's-
end of the day.
I'm
Expand it
look,
the
if we're
night.
playing cards right now, but it's bullshit. That's a bullshit move.
No, it's-
I've banged. Listen, I banged in the car in the parking lot.
I-
pulled up my dick, not have anything to clean it with, and rolled.
It's not a rule that you're
Oh.
gonna. It's not a rule that you're not gonna be able to perform.
Hey, hold on.
But
You
there
didn't
were
let me finish my
there
story.
was
You're like a
athletes.
chick. You're like a chick.
Go ahead.
Let me finish my fucking story.
I didn't know it was
And
a story.
rolled better than ever. Felt like a champion. That doesn't affect performance.
All right.
It affects if you've been banging hard and had a fuck fest, and then you try to go train jiu-jitsu is different. But un palito, a quick little 25 pumper.
Un mojoncito.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but at the same time, the athletes in the World Cup of soccer and the
You're
Olympics,
not in
a
the
bunch
World
of them,
Cup. Listen,
they're
newsflash.
like-
Newsflash.
I'm just saying, if you're an athlete and you're competing with world class athletes, they're like only doing that. Then sometimes that have a little edge. Any kind of edge is good. Sometimes just having a good health, a diet,
that's great.
resting,
Okay,
water.
hold
So
on.
for me,
No, look.
everything sometimes that can add to my training, so I don't get my ass whooped there. I use it. I'm just saying, one day I can not do it, but I don't have to.
I think I know why your wife hates you.
He just put his finger on it right now. He just put his finger.
Oh, baby, come on, let's do
Hey.
it. Come on. Hey, I love your brown skin.
But
Oh,
you
you're
ever
so
heard
hot.
about? You ever
Oh,
heard?
look at your
Did you ever
hair.
heard about?
I love that mustache.
Did you ever heard about tantric
And then-
sex?
And then nothing.
No, please go ahead and tell us.
Well,
Tell us about. No, I've lived under a fucking rock my whole life.
of course, I'm
He
sure.
was dead in
but,
the 90s.
But I'm not gonna just say, oh, remember? I never spoke with you about that.
For our 3 listeners,
My point is-
please explain tantric.
Please, yes, please.
My point is, it say that if you
Listen,
if
wait
you-
a second.
if you have
One
a-
main difference between us, I was writing
It is-
ABCs when you were looking for potable water.
whatever,
I was
you
fucking
probably
wheeling-
you
I was
probably
putting a wheelie down the fucking
you
block.
probably read it before me. But my point is, I just want to bring it up the subject and see what you can develop. My point is, if they say if you keep if you do the
Your
physical,
chi. He's talking about his chi.
the physical movement or performance, but you don't ejaculate, then you keep that energy in, so you get like, I don't know,
Okay,
whatever.
listen.
Just to bring you up to speed, the kids today call that edging.
Yeah, is
Edging.
it?
Yes.
I call it boring.
Oh, so well, but then if you do it, I don't
Try to get
know.
an edge.
You don't
Yeah.
have to be forever, but
Correct.
Maybe a
And-
week. I don't
so
know,
they
maybe
edge,
whatever.
edge,
Hold on a
edge,
second.
edge, edge.
And now there's many world champions that beat the ones you're talking about. They do mountains of cocaine all the time, bang a bunch of chicks, stay up to whatever time the day of the competition, and they already know in their head they're so much better than
Another thing
it.
we
Doesn't
got-
matter whether you look Hickson breathing and all that. Yeah, all that shit is acai is great,
whatever you
man.
believe,
Acai
whatever
is
you
great.
believe, you're right.
Another
That's all
thing
they
we got to
say.
do
So
in
if you
addition to
believe,
jokes and interrupting stories is we got a point, or you won the argument.
Yes,
All right, go
you're
ahead.
wrong, guy. We have to put his voice.
I don't know. Everybody got a different opinion, just like an ass. So
I've
He
seen
was
people
offended at the acai
be up
comment.
really late at night.
Yeah,
Have
Party
a
animal,
great time,
strong.
high-fiving, almost got into a fight, and then still fucking whoop the guy's ass.
Yeah.
the night after.
I went partying a night before one time, drinking and not clubbing, but like beer and dinner with
Rampage.
friends. And then next day,
Yeah,
I went to competition and I was drinking a bunch of beer and I won everything.
There you go. So
But
what you
wait,
just
wait, but
contradicted yourself.
Wait. I didn't plan to compete on that day. I wasn't going, and I went just to see, and I decided to
You
compete
did
last
awesome,
minute.
and you did awesome.
But you see, for me, it was kind of like I was just relaxed about it, and I just
Right.
went to have
It
fun.
didn't bother
Two,
you. Like,
So-
oh, I may have fucked up. Because at that point, you already think that you fucked up. And so you react different because you think you've already fucked up.
Yeah, I was much more
You're getting
relaxed.
in
I
your
was
own
trying
way.
to enjoy. I was like, oh, and I think that helped my performance too. So, depends. Our brain's weird. Sometimes it don't do what you want. It's like, da-da-da-da-da-da. You have to.
yeah, but like in football, they force you to go to. They have a strict curfew, like 8 or something, so people don't go out drinking all night and then they're fucked up. There's a million examples of them,
Yeah.
but that's different. That's not fucking. That's partying. Who
All right.
knows?
So of jiu-jitsu,
Staying up all
of jiu-jitsu, what's the percentage numbers on strength, technique, time you put in?
It depends to the
everything
style, I think.
counts.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And,
but what
the
are the
style too, the
percentages?
style
What are the
too.
percentages?
So what are the
Yeah, like-
options?
you're athletic,
athleticism.
train a lot, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? or no?
Technique. Because so I would say then technique, athleticism, and what? And time training.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think experience or time and
Oh,
training.
wait a second.
gives
Hold on.
you-
And throw the other one, the strength one.
Oh, strength doesn't matter.
Everybody loves to say strength. It's
No, but
awesome.
techniques,
If you
no
have-
matter
if
what,
you
is
have-
50% of it.
If you have a lot of strength in the beginning, but you don't have technique, you're not gonna go anywhere. But if you have a lot of technique and you still don't have strength, so you have a lot of edge. So
But if you have some
in the beginning-
technique, and you have more strength, you could be like, not today. Listen, pretty good, but
yeah.
I'm still fucking fresh.
That never works.
No.
Especially from that position.
Yeah, exactly.
What is jiu-jitsu when you're thinking about?
You're the Brazilian. You should know. We don't know
What are you
shit.
thinking
Your
about?
family invented
The
it.
main goal of jiu-jitsu is to get the tap submission. So if you want to get there,
That's
if you do
already
a direct
wrong.
attack. What is the
You're wrong, guy.
Self-defense.
Well,
I got it even better.
I know, but
Mine's is to break a person once you grab them. Once you grab,
That's
you
your
can
goal.
behold someone.
no, because listen, when there's a separation, the fight is different. It's not a jiu-jitsu match. When you clinch already, it's if you do clinching and stand up, it's you're good right there. And once you already have full control of somebody, guys, how free is it?
Feels good.
If the person don't know how to fight, you mean?
Yeah, no.
Oh, I never fought anybody that I don't know how to fight since I've been
You
training.
suddenly realize, like, wait a second.
Everything is working. Everything is working.
Oh, I never had altercation
this guy
since I
can't
started
do
training
anything
jiu-jitsu.
to
You
me.
guys fight on the street?
Because you walk around with
You
a
guys
gi.
are
Who the
bad
fuck is
guys.
gonna fight you, guys?
Guy, I can kick people in the head
look like
faster
a-
than they can blink.
You look like a skinny Steven Seagal. Nobody's gonna
I'll be
fuck
like-
with you.
Skinny dark.
And if the guy's bigger and he takes you down, you're still gonna fuck him up.
For me, a lot of times it's just the posture, the way you behave, no communication, no verbal communication, and people don't even try to engage with me. Very hard, very rare.
And you look a little black, too, so that might have something to do with it.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. In Brazil, I used
Was
to
that
get a
too much?
lot
Yeah,
of.
but he doesn't look like somebody you fuck with.
Yeah, but especially if he stays
because
quiet.
He's cool. No, because he's cool.
Right. Like,
No, so you're not metiendo there with anybody or looking like you're just fucking cool.
But
Right.
still, there are people that go around
they're
trying to fuck.
come pingas.
There are people that are just like anywhere. But
a lot of
here,
times, if you're like in a bad area that's maybe a little bit dangerous, and you act like you're not worried and you're paying attention to what's happening, people aren't going to fuck with you because you're not
Yeah,
a
but it's
weak
also
target.
how you're dressed.
yeah, how you dress is important
There's
too.
a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot
How you
going
dressed.
on.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
When people ask me about Brazil and if it's dangerous, like just the way you walk like it's your house. Like you get into your
Yeah.
house and walk around. Of course,
Don't
not-
walk around scared like a white woman in a horror movie.
and dress down, no jewelry, and that's it. Sandals and walk around like you're home, like just chilling. No, looking like
If you do all that, you might not die.
Yeah.
you.
A Venezuelan guy that I know, he told me that they were in Miami. They went back to Venezuela. His brother. In the plane, they took off the Rolex watches to hide them. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have the shit or nothing
Right.
like that. They got in their car. They're driving. When they're driving, I don't know, close to the house, two guys with machine guns on motorcycles. Give me the watch that you have. And there was somebody in the plane
Jesus.
that told them.
Wow.
You know, in Venezuela.
So they were getting scouted while they were on the plane by somebody who was a fucking scumbag and said, "Yo, these guys sitting 2 rows in front of
Yeah.
me have these Rolex watches.
Two Rolex, get them.
Gank them." Yeah.
Shit. I heard that
Savage.
stories in Mexico too. When
Oh
we traveled
yeah,
there.
yeah, of
Mexico's terrible.
course.
Well,
No, I'm saying the whole
so you got to
South
start.
America is dangerous.
You need
man.
to start your transformation before you get on the plane, like while you're at home.
Yeah, home. Can't do it in a. Yeah.
There are apps that you can look up to see what people are doing in each city because they post shit like like Vine and Snapchat and the other one Flippergram. So a lot of the times a friend told me that he does that. He look on the city exactly, see how people are dressing around, and then they just
Looks
kind of
the
dress
same, more or
similar.
less, yeah.
Interesting.
Smart.
So what's that? Sounds like a weird app.
There are a few apps. Let me see the main names. Look it up.
What's
I
the
haven't-
app that you gotta find the girls, the hot chicks? I'm asking for a friend.
Because you can look by the city.
I'm asking for a friend.
What is it? Friend?
A friend of mine was in Mexico, and she's Nicaraguan, and she was in that car in the taxi on the way to the airport in traffic and got robbed.
That's
she thought,
awesome.
She thought
It was by the taxi cab driver.
no, she thought maybe.
Yes,
maybe.
yeah, of course.
She thought, oh, okay, now I'm in the taxi. I was gonna get dropped off at the thing, so she put on her watch,
Oh, sounds
Put
legit.
on her fucking rings, and then they're like
Look,
in
and
bumper to
hung her
bumper
arm-
traffic, right?
And hung her arm out the window.
Like 2 minutes later, like a
No,
guy walks
just
by
opens the
in a
door.
suit, like she said, an attractive guy. She was looking at him and looked gun in the face.
yeah.
Took all her shit, took her shit off of her.
He's hot.
And the
He's
taxi
hot.
driver. And the taxi driver, it probably was.
She was begging to get robbed.
But there's a while ago, this might have been before cell phones, but the guy was like, just give him whatever. So
Yeah,
I'll
of
shoot you in the
course.
face. In my
Give my
cab.
brother whatever so he leaves you alone.
He probably whistled at him.
Yeah.
Did you find your stupid app? That was a filler to fill up while you look through your phone and we're all sitting here.
Philip.
There's so many apps that I haven't. That Periscope. Periscope.
Okay, yeah.
If you use Periscope, you can look by
Yeah, we've
city.
had that for like 20 years. You're like,
Well, you can use it for that,
snap.
and you can
AOL.
also
There's a thing called AOL.
whatever fool.
Prodigy.
When I went to
CompuServe.
when I went to Rio, it was like 2000 or 2002. or
Why you
something
let
like
me look for the app all this time? Then you should just make fun of me at the beginning.
that. And we were just walking around
No, we weren't.
on the street, and there was a
Refresh
guy
on
with
the
a
pepperoni.
ding, ding, ding. It's like 4. There was a guy he had like a little table and he was selling like movies and like every kind of like program, everything.
Airbnb.
On the street.
No, like yeah, like a little, whatever, like a Microsoft, whatever. Everything was like $1, a real, which is like 30 cents.
Mhm.
And I'm like, holy shit, that's $100. That works.
Is
He's
this
like, yeah,
story
everything
for
works.
Real?
Is this shit for
Oh.
real?
But they were in Portuguese.
Huh?
They were in Portuguese.
Well, I don't know. I said the guy spoke perfect English.
Oh, but the movies were in English. Most likely were in Portuguese.
I asked him or whatever. I didn't even buy anything. I was just like, whoa. That's
They don't sell
what
movies
did you
in-
buy?
I didn't buy anything.
Okay.
Well,
I thought you bought some.
Bought something else,
It's
I
funny in Brazil.
no, thank
now
you,
it's
sir.
they're
No,
last.
I'm good.
Huh?
Thank you.
Fucking back rub?
Yeah, back rub I'll take.
A beer?
Sure.
See, that's why they're
Especially-
They used to have people selling things on the street. Like for 5-10 years now, they made it illegal. But before, anybody could buy any shit, and there were points on the travel, so you could just sell stuff.
Right,
there.
like they would set up a table on the sidewalk. And
a table made of a little of wood, and then you could just sell shit. People
Right.
sell all kind of things.
right.
You want beer?
When does this kick?
want to mix stuff.
When does this kick in?
And then,
You want water?
No, I got water.
Tapioca pudding?
But do you?
but hey, there was people with big areas, and then after nowhere, the cops decided it was illegal at some point, right?
The cops, the police
The
decided that it was
police,
illegal.
The city,
Okay.
and then the police would be the ones make sure the law was being.
Right.
but-
That makes sense.
But then people didn't care. They would sell. They still tried to make money. So the funny thing, when they had a special group to catch people that were selling shit on the street. So they're coming. Sometimes you're downtown. There's a bunch of them sitting, putting shit on the floor, and the police is coming. So they start going, hey, they're coming. It'll be like dozens of people running towards you with shit, and you're like, oh my god. You trying to buy shit, and they're running from the police.
Oh wow.
That was hilarious.
That's awesome.
I know it was.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like the market
Some of
disappears
them
in
would
2
let
seconds.
shit on the floor, drop them, like the police would catch them. Man, it was crazy. They don't do that anymore because now really they stopped.
Too
doing
many
it 'cause
police.
people- Yeah, too many police. But
I have a story
It's
about
still illegal.
well,
that. Similar-ish.
all right.
All right, go ahead, Mr.
So I'm riding
Mr.
with a friend of
Fuentes.
mine who's a jammer, who's a whole bunch of stories by himself. So he goes, you want to see? We're driving
Does
around.
his name start with
Ford-
M?
No,
No,
no, it's
it
a cop.
starts with
It's a
an
cop.
E.
No, it's a different. Cop.
Yeah,
It's a different cop. It's oh fuck, dick. That fucking hurt, dude. Oh my
Hey,
god.
is it
all I'm saying is that I have
Christ.
Max.
Is it
I have
Honky's
Max.
cop?
That hurt, bro.
Yeah,
No,
it
that
is, it is.
fucking
That's his
hurt.
only friend.
He like rotated that joint. Jesus, that hurt. Anyway,
That guy sounds like a fucking idiot, by the way.
Oh my, no, hold on.
I use only 2 fingers. Imagine if I
that
used
fucking hurt,
whole
dude.
hand.
For real,
Wow.
that hurt.
He has.
Hey, he
and
just flexed
hey,
on you, by the way.
Oh,
Mo, and he has stories about his friend that he won't say that are like awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
Will
god.
you
really
say
good.
them?
let me tell you the story. So
He
because
shot
it's
his
similar-
wife in the neck.
Wow,
Let's start there.
bro. Wow.
He started shot his
Yo,
wife.
you heard
in
my
the neck.
fucking.
I'm
Okay,
sorry,
wait.
bro.
We're
Let
gonna
me-
take a
you
pause
want
on
to
that,
touch you?
Wonky. We're gonna let Andy say this story in like 2 seconds. You can do 2 seconds, and then we'll go back to that.
Well, it was because of him, the people running down the street and the market disappearing.
Right.
So this guy says, you want to see human cockroaches? And I'm like, what the fuck's this guy talking about? So we go driving through like Liberty City or whatever. I don't know. There's like a little corner. It's like a worst area. And then he's like, pay attention to this area. And what it is, it's an
But hold up a second. What are you inside of?
in the cop car.
Oh, what part of the cop car?
The driver's seat. The,
Like driving?
the
Uh-huh.
passenger seat.
Okay.
So he goes,
Were you armed?
yeah, always.
So you were armed, okay? And there was an officer on duty.
Yeah, what is
No,
this?
I'm just asking.
Is
It's
this
just
breaking the
regular.
law?
No, not breaking the law. Standard.
What is that? Weird.
So
Weird questioning. So he says
he was working. What
Yeah,
area
yeah,
was it?
Liberty City.
What
or
city?
whatever
City,
that-
Miami.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck?
I'm just asking for a friend.
So he goes, pay attention to the street. And I'm like, what the fuck's this guy talking about? It's like the Riddler. So it's a fucking apartment building with like 3 or 4 floors, and it has like a, like the rail, right? But it's empty.
Rail.
Everything's empty. And there's like a shitty little apartment thing here. It looks abandoned. They all look like abandoned. There's nobody on this lot, right?
Uh-huh.
So we're taking a picture. So we do a couple other things. We drive around.
A
We
couple
come
other
back, like,
things.
an hour later, but we come back through an alley with the lights off, like going super slow, right? And the alley's like in between the 2 buildings and coming out like right in the middle of the thing. When we get there, there has to be 500 people. They're on the railing. There's people all over the fucking like a party, like a block
Yeah,
party
it is a
almost.
party basically.
Yeah,
with
music
crack,
playing,
with crack
people
and gambling,
dancing.
crack and gambling. Yeah.
All over, like walking
Dancing,
around,
church
like if that's
services.
downtown of whatever. And he goes, "Watch this," and he flicks the fucking lights on, like the lights without the siren, and then you hear people like whistling and clapping and shit. And by the time we get to the end of the alleyway, they're gone again.
Wow.
Crazy, like maybe 5
What other
seconds.
things did you guys do?
Maybe
partake in?
5 seconds.
What other things did you guys partake
In that alley. Before you guys left that alley, what was happening?
What?
Why were you guys in that alley?
No, he just
Yeah.
wanted to show me that.
Show you
Phenomenal.
what?
Is that where you guys smoked the drugs, or you did it
Phenomenal.
before the alley,
What
Did you guys
drugs
make
are you talking
donuts
about?
around there afterwards
or
with
did
the
you
lights
guys,
on?
or did you guys eat donuts?
I don't
Go for
know.
some
Whatever.
donuts.
You make
Right.
donuts with the car while you're eating donuts?
They can do it.
That was the guy who
Uh huh.
I don't know if you remember in the Grove, a cop shot a guy, a bum that
Yeah, he shot an unarmed guy. And they
He had
planted a gun.
he had a Walkman. Remember the
Yeah.
Walkman? And the guy thought it was a gun and whatever.
Yeah,
And
and then they planted
it
a
was a
gun.
whole big thing. Yeah, they planted a gun. They all got in trouble. Whatever.
Wait a second.
planted a
No, hold
gun?
up a second. They planted a
Yeah.
gun that was registered
It
to the
would have
guy's
been
girlfriend,
the
the cop's
fucked up-
girlfriend.
No. It was from the impound lot.
Oh,
It was from
even
the.
worse, a double
It
felony.
was from the what's that called? Like
evidence.
evidence room.
So a
and-
double felony.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The thing that fucked him up.
You know
was
what a
like,
double felony is?
5
Juanqui,
people
are you a
covered for
lawyer?
him, and they all
No,
went
but they
down.
have a thing for
Were you a
double
lawyer?
felony.
Hey, ding, ding,
Wait.
ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
Let me just one last final thing I want
Go
to
ahead.
say. As a felon that does more than one felony together, they have a RICO act that's called racketeering. That's organized crime. But go ahead.
No, so like 5 people went down. Like they had like a little gang unit or whatever the fuck they were. Later on, he moved on to another thing. He shut the whole little squad or whatever down because all those people had covered for him on this one incident, and they all went down for that. And
So
then
he
they
turned
said
on
the
him.
worst part.
So he turned on him.
No, he didn't turn on him. I don't know all the details about that
He
because
turned on them.
he told me he goes. He
Nice,
told me like
nice spotting on that. Good
he told
job.
me like, dude, they're gonna bug phones. Don't even call me or whatever. So I was like,
Wow.
whatever. But anyway, he
But he didn't tell the other guys that were involved in that the same thing.
I don't know.
That's called turning.
No, I don't know all the details about it, but I just know like what was in the
That's one of
paper.
the details that makes it.
Yeah, that's actually the
Did she
turning.
live? Did she live?
No, so but then they were saying the worst part was that
She may have been pregnant.
that would have been an okay like shoot if you just said, oh man, I made a mistake. Like that happens. It looks like a gun.
Yeah, but why
The
not
thing was
plant the
covering
gun?
up, and then they
Of
got a
course.
thing where
A
the
double
serial
evidence,
number.
yeah.
Yeah, the serial number
This
was
has been
already
booked 6
in-
times.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's the problem with
yeah,
that
and that's
sort of thing.
nothing.
Is that then
guy?
it perpetuates.
their own
It-
rules.
No, and they get to do whatever the fuck they want,
Yeah.
and then
Let's make it up.
they make up a story.
But that
And,
guy,
and it was a joke when I was a kid. Like people
Yeah.
would say, "Oh no, I was framed. I was this. I was that. They planted drugs on me. They planted a gun on me." And like you would laugh at them, like, "Oh look at this
No, they do
fucking
that.
idiot.
Yeah.
Look at this idiot."
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna fall for that, but
yeah.
it comes out
Civil
that
rights violators.
but
Yeah.
that guy was crazy.
So what? Like what other
epic,
kind of stuff would he have done? Stuff.
epic
and stuff?
crazy?
Well,
like,
let's hear
crazy.
it.
We would go out and he would drink, and he had like
Shit just got real.
souped up. He had a souped up Mustang.
What year, more or less, in color?
That's like in the 90s, like maybe early 90s, like mid 90s, something like that.
What
So they
color?
got-
What color? Because that's gonna
Him?
no.
The car?
The car.
Oh no, I'm just telling you because
No.
he will go
He
100.
had to be of Latin descent,
Yeah, come on, guy.
Cuban,
Come on, guy.
5'9",
Shorter.
175
He was shorter.
tattoos.
He was shorter. No
Yeah.
tattoos.
Not yet.
So anyway, the guy.
The custom sleeves on the t-shirts.
No.
They weren't custom.
Custom sleeves? People have custom sleeves?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they all do that. They all do that. They all
What is
do
it?
that.
What's
No. What they do is they like, yeah,
Look.
they have them stitched up.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
tighten the sleeves?
Yeah,
Perfect
yeah,
with a
yeah.
little bit of.
Yeah, I love whenever.
When I walk like a Comavinga, I walk like a Comavinga. I want to be comfortable with my finger. I don't want to be uncomfortable.
No, whenever I see a guy with no like muscles and then he has the sleeves really tight to look like as
That's
big as
awesome. It's
possible,
cutting your thing
I
off.
can't not laugh at the guy's face. Like I always laugh. Like
People
dude,
like tailor the sleeves?
Yes,
no, they like
send
have them
out.
stitched up like that, so
Perfect.
that when you walk around, it's like this.
Wow.
That's
It does.
awesome.
It does the polo effect.
I had no
It does
idea.
the polo
I had
effect.
no
If
idea.
you're like, yeah,
Hey,
like
look,
it's like
that's
the
exactly
Ultimate
right.
Warrior.
You know what the
I'm
polo-
fucking Ultimate Warrior.
yeah.
Polo, yeah. The polo effect is the guy in the bathroom. The guy that
Yeah. No,
There's a polo
this
shirt.
guy.
Hey,
This guy.
Listen, your arms
Hey,
are
he's
great.
pulling the
Your-
shirt. Look.
Yeah, your arms are great. You have tits, guy. You have fucking. You're fucking.
No, this guy. This guy. This guy.
The He-Man dog.
I had no idea. I'm gonna
No,
start.
look, this guy.
I'm
He's
gonna
not
start-
impressed with that, dude.
I did all that shit in high school,
They're-
though.
they're
I
posing
did
for
But
that.
he cleans his sweat like this.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna have
I
to
still
start
do
stitching
that.
my
It's an
shirts.
AC guy wearing 60 degrees.
I still do that.
I'm gonna have to start stitching my shirts. I had no idea about that.
I don't know about that either. Maybe it'll come back into fashion. Who knows?
Champion.
You guys have some jammers over there too, man. You guys Brazilians have some awesome people over there.
What,
Wait.
with the
You guys are
shirts?
getting off
For
topic.
With
everything.
with the outfits.
The guy with
I
hear
think I can
Andy's
always
other
tell
stories.
these stories. We'll just maximize our time with Wanderson because his wife, I
might
don't
not
think you
survive.
guys fully grasp
I
how under the thumb he is. He's here today, and I'm impressed.
Wait. Okay.
And he was here the other day, and I'm impressed.
I know.
But I don't think he can just get away. I think because he went to jiu-jitsu, he's gonna say, "I did an extra class." Am I right, or am I on the sun? Am I frolicking on the sun without a tan? Am I on the beach at 2 p.m.
she-
in the
she-
Wait
blazing
a
sun? My
second.
I
feet on
told
fire.
her exactly what I'm doing. She hates is the training because I do it a lot. I should do much more, of course, but she thinks because I'm not making money that I should be doing other things to make money. So she's pissed about because I train a lot, and that's what I always
Tell her
do.
that's what you're for, bitch.
But
I'm Brazilian, bitch. Check the papers, bitch.
I'm a supermodel. You gotta make money to maintain this.
And
And just take your pants down.
the main
and just
important
snap your
thing when you're
fingers.
fighting,
She'll
when you're
love it.
fighting with her, every sentence has to end in bitch.
No, that's how you let
And you
them
gotta
know.
drag out the bitch.
Where's your wife from?
she's from Texas.
She'll knock
Wow.
your teeth out of your face.
All
Don't
my
say
exes-
bitch to
all
her.
my exes are from
She's-
Texas.
If she's from Texas, do not say bitch. She'll kill you. She'll
Right?
break you in
Oh,
half.
that's why she get mad at me.
abort that conversation.
Oh, that's why she get mad.
Yeah.
When I
No,
say
no.
effing big.
Yeah. I wouldn't say bitch to a big,
I say
a big
both
girl from
together.
Texas. I wouldn't
no,
do that.
together. F
I take
and
it all
B
back.
But I'll
together.
tell you right now, inside they're wet.
Yeah,
as
they
fuck.
love it. They
They're
love
wet
it.
as fuck.
They love it.
Inside
They're
what?
turned
If you
off-
grab her by the hair, you say, "What, bitch? Fucking
Listen,
bitch."
your wife isn't turned
She'll
off
be
by the way you look or by the
super-
way you fuck. She likes that. She's just turned off by you as a being. As everything that runs all that is why they hate you. Stop me if I'm wrong.
Yes, 100% right.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Wonky Damas. We call him Wonky Damas for a
It's
reason.
not that your chicks
He's a
don't- it's not that your
Nostradamus of pussy.
It's not your chicks don't like to fuck. They don't like to fuck you.
Yeah. So,
But they would tear apart and move their hips and fucking
Right,
go
right,
and-
right.
and go pussy the cock. Pussy the cock.
I love that.
They all love me.
And then you know what I thought? And then the best look, you know this when they're pros, bathroom, little wet towel warm to clean the cock and thing and leave it there for a little while
Oh
marinating.
yeah, you gotta
That's
clean,
gonna- yeah.
you gotta clean the cock
It's sort of like a little worshipping type thing, and you know it's gonna look what the fuck.
because if the cock's dirty and you wanna go for seconds, then
It's like trying to eat feijoada without stirring it first. You can't just go in there. You're gonna get that little crusty thing. You have to stir the feijoada. You know
I
that.
don't know what the feijoada is.
feijoada is a Brazilian dish that you only eat in Brazil on Saturdays and
Is it
Wednesdays.
dessert?
Made out of
No.
it's made out of beans and pork.
Oh, okay.
It's good as shit.
It's heavy.
So
But
I know
it's
these
good.
guys- I know these
Yeah.
guys are teasing you.
That's good.
I know these guys are teasing you about your wife, but is she really like that? Is she like
She's
super
worse than
overbearing?
that. She's
Like
worse.
what?
All the wings of love.
So do you
All the
have?
leaves are
So if you
brown,
told your wife, or
leaves
number
are
one,
brown.
does your wife know you're here?
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay. Does she think you're training or doing something else?
No, I told her I was gonna do the podcast.
Okay, perfect. What's the problem with that?
But then she was like, "Oh, what time are you gonna be
But
done?"
hold up a second. He's at a pivotal
Whenever the
point.
fuck I want.
I wish it was David Attenborough's voice right now. He's at the
I used
pivotal
to.
He's at a-
All friend is sitting at the
Well,
table.
we've been together.
Oh,
living in
South
the same-
American friend has been.
We've been together dating like over 2 years and a half, more or less. But we'll be living together in the same house.
Yeah, but
maybe
that's a game changer.
So, of course, now
Wait. So you've been dating for 2 years and living together how long?
the same house that we move in, like it's gonna be a year still, like
Okay.
in March.
The newlywed.
So
out of that time in the house, how many months has it been happy as fuck?
it used to be
not
much
happy
better.
as
But the
fuck?
thing is, once we had the baby, everything changed. There's a baby
It
involved.
does.
Are you
there's-
blaming the baby?
No, because then we had to change our lives.
Ouch.
We have to change our lives now. She has to do different things. She's with the baby the whole time, and she's still working. So she gets mad. Of course, I bet it's not easy.
Right.
She gotta wake up, feed the baby, pump her titties, and eat and shower and work and do that 3-4 times a day, maybe more.
Yeah.
So-
It is a lot of work. Not
I-
that it's really hard work, but it is work. It's stuff that you have
I
to
would
do.
go crazy if I have to do it. So on that point, I have to recognize that I wouldn't like
agree.
do that shit. I would be like, get out of here, my
Yeah,
titties,
but-
baby.
Yeah, but there's nothing really the guy can do anyway because it's the woman's stuff.
Well,
She's got to feed the kid.
Right.
That's all women shit.
Correct. I agree.
That's not anything that she could be like super upset with you because you didn't do because you can't do any of that shit. The kid doesn't want
Right.
to be with you up until like 2 years anyway.
No,
That
I'm just,
much.
I'm just
Right.
mentioning
Not that
that
much.
because that's the
No, I
reason
know.
that now
I
I'm
know.
like, okay, because I have started going a little earlier home for like a month or so. I used to still be training a lot during the day or at night.
At what
getting
time do you
home-
finish work?
Usually at 6. I
Okay.
leave.
So you put in a full
Well,
day of work.
I make my own schedule kind of. So I don't. Sometimes if I have castings or I have jobs that I have to do the whole day, it changes. If what is that? Coffee?
No, not coffee.
Wine.
Hey, listen. Antonio Banderas.
Vino, not me, dude.
Really?
What?
I don't
What
know.
is this? You put roofies here?
Guy.
Good
That's
question.
not Brazil. That's normal Brazil.
I'm fucking Wanderson first. I mean, Wandy. I called it first.
Yo, what
I'm
is
gonna let your hair down, baby.
So what I was saying about why right now I'm kind of have to put myself on her shoes because either I do
How old's
that.
your kid?
He's 8 months.
Okay.
This week. Either I put her on my shoes so I can understand how is she thinking, where's she coming from, or I'm gonna keep just seeing the problem from my perspective. So I either give up on it or I gotta work on it. So I wanna be there and experience the whole thing that it is to be with someone and having a baby together. Never had it on my own.
That's
And
important.
So I'm going for it, and there are
And
things
your
I'm
kid
working.
is super young.
He's 8 months, so I kept telling him like we're not even 1 year, so it's gonna get easier. Like so, it's just like kind of. We're working every day is a different thing. Gotta work on it.
But you do hang out with your kid.
Yeah, every day I wake up, I play with him in the morning, I play him at night, I play him all
Awesome.
the time, and he's there all the time with us because she works from home.
Awesome. Awesome. These guys will give you a hard time, but I understand. And it does get better. It does get better. For me, for like a year, it was a fucking nightmare. And not anything about taking care of the kid or me.
How would you?
Not anything for me. That,
What kind of wine is this?
vinegar? Yeah.
Wow, it's very bitter and
I
acidic.
think it was vinegar.
Vinegar.
All right.
Hey, well, I'm talking different now.
But it does get better. My oldest son is 5 now,
Okay,
and my
I'm a
youngest is
5.
3.
In 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it does get better. Like recently, my wife started becoming a freak again. Maybe because of me, I've changed a little
We
bit.
didn't help. We didn't help with our kind words.
No, it does. The being aggressive and
Kiwi cheese.
Perfect, bro.
It goes good with the wine.
the being
No
aggressive.
homo.
Hey, seriously, the being aggressive thing.
Look, this is normal. This is fancy. You just put it over the hand. You know it's fancy. Like
Who watches the kid when you're at work?
When
She
I'm
works from home. She goes to her office once a week, so she's always with the baby.
que fino, wonky.
Oh, wonky.
Fancy.
Fancy.
That's
He's
Spanish
so
cheese.
fancy.
That's Manchego. Is it?
I think so.
Joder, tío, eres muy español, ¿verdad? That's verdad.
Verdad.
Verdad. In Spain, people say verdad every time, all the time after they say something, right? Like, right? ¿Verdad? ¿Te gusta mucho el queso español, verdad?
Stop putting words in my mouth.
Fancy
So
shit.
what's the name of the wine? Pinot Noir Mondier.
If you guys want to sponsor us, we're here.
Nah.
There's more cheese too.
Publix's finest.
Of course.
Nothing? Publix's finest? No.
You can buy the 55-gallon drum.
Tom Thumb's finest.
You should mix it.
Too much.
You mix it with some tap water.
It'll last for like 2 years.
This is some fancy wine, man.
This is the fanciest
Thank
podcast
you.
yet.
Yeah, we got cheese.
No, it's not.
Fancy cast.
It's not fancy.
Look, you know what we gotta get?
Hey, you guys are getting, you girls are getting the girlfriend treatment.
We should get
Somebody else's girlfriend.
Yeah, someone.
Because you do this for a bitch, you end up wasting, you know how much fucking money? Yeah.
Wonky's still double 2-1 on interruptions to jokes, but the jokes are pretty good.
Try my best. Go ahead.
All right, Wandy, maximize Wandy time because he's about to leave. He's gonna get a call. He's gonna be like, "Okay, babe, I'm going now."
So it does get better.
She has a tracker on his car.
It gets better, just not with you.
So do you follow their advice of the pull your chick's hair and treat her like a skank?
They love that. It's not advice.
listen.
It's the only advice.
No, this is a good question.
That's part of it. But
I was just gonna say,
I haven't
you do
the,
do
the
that,
problem
or you
is
don't
to,
do
the
that?
problem is to get there right now, not even to start. It's not once you're there, but she kept telling me lately that it's just because she's in a mom's group. She's administrator on. They have like 11,000 moms in that group on Facebook. So imagine they all like talk about everything that they're doing because they all had kids in the same period. There was this 3 months ago, the winter, not winter, spring of 2015, 16.
Mm-hmm.
So they have this group there and they talk about all this shit. So it's like, you know, they all talk the same thing that they're going through this with their hormones. It gets better and I just don't feel the same way like I used to be.
I know, Mo, but
now
let me tell you
like
something.
A mom, blah,
Let me
blah,
tell you a little
so-
secret. His experience in sex and yours is from day to night.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying he's banged a lot. A lot. Andy?
Well, are we comparing this to Mo?
No,
offense.
to anybody.
No offense, Mo.
To anybody.
I'm good.
I've never met anybody who's only banged 2 chicks who doesn't like cry about it. You should cry about it. I would cry about it.
Who says I don't cry about it? You can't cry. You can't cry all the time.
Cheers, that was a good one.
I banged double the chicks you've banged in the Burger King bathroom in 9th grade.
You said that joke a week ago. But
Come up with a new one.
But go on.
In 9th grade. Okay.
I believe it.
So
I was a late boomer though.
Me too. I was just going to say the same thing. I didn't bang a lot when I was young.
maybe me too.
Hey, the window's closing, Papa. You got to hurry up.
62 is a charm.
Yo, for another nut podcast, I don't want to waste this guy's time.
Okay.
But
You said that 4
did
times.
you see?
And you said that.
I repeat
Wait,
things.
he
I repeat
said
things.
that.
Thank you.
He
Thank
said
you,
that.
babe.
How old are
The
you?
first
How old are you?
stage,
54. You
46 in like a
You
week.
said that for
Thank you,
54
babe.
years.
No, but
I love you too.
with the stem cells and they have like this nano fucking bot technology
Nah, yeah,
thing.
man, that shit's far away.
We're gonna live forever. The Google guy said
No.
it. In
In
2030, we're pretty much immortal. Pretty much immortal. Not joking. It's not
You know
joking.
what I want to build up Mo to? Like,
We'll talk about that later because I don't want to ruin
It goes
Rondi
back
time.
to where we were talking before about where technology is going.
Uh-huh.
That I feel the same way. We're gonna get in a point where you be able to renew yourselves. So people are gonna wonder what was gonna be the next thing that everybody is gonna be thinking about. Live forever. So if you wanna live forever and you have a physical body, what people gonna they wanna
If you wanna live
they wanna be in. So
think if you
less
wanna
people are
live
gonna
forever-
socialize less and less. So they're gonna be more inside and do things on the internet with the glasses and just
What's
be
the name
there.
of that futurist guy? Starts with a K. He's the one who thinks that we're going to download our consciousness into computers. And
Yeah,
stuff.
Not too far away.
No, that's not far away at all.
No,
no,
well,
but
he's
this
that
is
guy.
a
I forgot
physical
what his name
body living forever.
Well, I forgot what that guy his name is. But
There's a
he said
Google,
that the
one of the
person
main
who's
Google guys,
the
and he's
person
like
who's going
fast.
to live, the
yeah.
first person to not die, or the first person to live forever, is already alive now.
Yeah, well, he said 2030.
It's
15
called.
years.
It's called a fucking.
Okay, guys, it was gonna be a surprise. I'm gonna let you know.
You're
C'est moi.
400 years old.
C'est moi.
Oh, he's in the room.
I'm a vampire.
Are you a vampire? I was just
Actually,
gonna say
he
does have
look
long
like
hair,
a dark
and he
Brad
always
Pitt.
wears like a white fluffy shirt.
First thing I told him today
And
was,
you only see him at
why
night.
the fluffy shirt?
I want
and he knows a bunch of languages. That shit's not easy.
If this podcast
He lived in Europe.
had an
Fucking
episode
vampire.
name, it would be Interview with a Vampire.
No, but you want to know who the only people that are going to be listening to this?
It's us.
Our kids crying.
My dad's a dirtbag. I can't believe he pulled my mom's hair.
And then I'll have to be saying that
Called her
was
a
me.
bitch.
That was me. Whoever survived said that was my voice. I was doing his voice, man.
This is your legacy.
If you guys are listening to this at my my wake,
Andy, what are you looking
I
at?
love you guys.
Hey, it's over. You see?
So right there, that's crying right now. That's look.
Get home now.
Baby.
No, bitch. Get home now.
No,
bitch.
baby, please, I'm Kirby.
Get home now, bitch.
Okay, all right. I love you. Bye. I'm kidding.
I heard her say, "Get home now, bitch." Just like that, with her teeth clenched.
I wish you'd call. She'd do that.
It's hot.
Hey.
So one of the Google guys, he put like tens of millions of dollars into this idea,
Mhm.
and it's not a joke that they're already doing it. There's nanobots size of your cells, and they're already like putting them into bodies. They're just not effective at what they can be.
Really? Like they're already? So we
yeah,
already
it
have
just
tiny,
they came out
tiny
like
self-sized
yesterday or the
robots?
day before. Yeah, and then so pretty soon the little nanobots itself can download like how to kill the cell, the cancer cell,
Yeah,
Can do it.
and they can direct them to the right place, and then you'll just have those. So anytime there's
That'll
an
be
issue,
your
it'll
immune
just go
system.
fix
But
it.
I think the mind is limited.
That's
The
one
mind-
thing.
the mind
That's
gets
only
into-
one
It's
thing.
gonna get divided, I think. Of course,
But
there's
the
all this
stem
technology.
cells is a whole nother little chapter of that.
The super wealthy get the nanobots, and the poor people get to live in a
They're
computer.
gonna become androids, the poor people.
No, it'll be
because
a
they're
little
gonna
bit of
start
everything.
Well,
attaching.
hopefully, if they're androids, they don't
Attaching
blow up in your face.
They add to the computing power of the universe.
Well, that's another thing. There's all these,
universe.
Ding ding ding.
but
I
there's
think-
all these AI things that come out. Like, I see shit like every day. I don't know what.
Is it? Am I the only one that sci-fi music and the things gives me a rock hard? Gives me a rock.
No, the Twilight Zone did it for me.
Yeah.
My favorite.
I think it's gonna go two ways. There's gonna be more people inclined to the hardware and more people to the thing with the software. Whereas people, right now, you can already attach chips and things to your arm where you can know if you're getting fever or if you're gonna have a heart attack and different things.
I think it's gonna be even further than that. Things that we have no idea about yet.
Yeah.
That you're gonna be like, wait a second. So I was a god 500
Yeah,
years ago.
you're gonna be a god then, I guess.
But it's always gonna end bad. All those
Yeah.
movies that start off nice always end bad.
But those are movies.
Thank you, Andy. I
But
like
in
his
real
op-
life,
I
do the
like his
Pirates of the
optimism.
Caribbean eat the people?
What was that?
If you think about,
Jurassic Park.
All right.
Jurassic Park.
if you think
yeah, but
about,
do the Pirates of the Caribbean eat the writers when they?
Do you guys ever heard
Break
about the lost angel, the fallen angels? I know whatever. You ever heard about a story about fallen angels?
Halo music now
I
in the
wanna hear
background?
that was good stuff.
Well, you know, they're folklore and things that we really like can prove histories of people, right? We can all like say things that we read, but if there are stories about titans and like people that are super strong throughout history in different mythologies in Greece, in Rome, of people that are either they're
Why is there
considered
mythology? Mythology.
semi-god. Well, that's a language that people speak in the schools. Where I don't know what language I'm gonna use.
Let's do English.
No,
I'm saying, let me just continue. Come on, I have to go soon.
no, man. We're trying to set you free.
What? No, but let me just say the freaking. I'm gonna lose this.
Go ahead, guy. No, you're not.
Where it was going? Okay, the fallen angels. So there are stories about people that are strong, like Perseus, Hercules. You know, people that they say were son of God with a
Right.
human and so on.
Right.
That's
Half man, half God.
if there's the stories of the Bible, but then there's people who say that there was books of the Bible that were taken away because they would say things that people should see. And one of the books, if you look, I don't remember now the name of the book and the guy that wrote, but if you look up the books that were taken away from the Bible at the beginning about the fallen angels, they talk on that book that some of the angels supposedly, because it would say God and angels, but could be just someone that had a technology. Could it be
Was
someone
this
that-
aliens?
could be alien, could be, we don't know. People say what they want to say. My point is, Andy, I'm getting to the point.
Hey, put it this way. Look.
Let me finish.
I got serious as fuck.
So-
and I just look.
So, David, I'm gonna lose the point. So
Monkey's got a tear
let me.
rolling down his
No.
face.
I got the point. It's gonna come back to what we're
As
talking
they
about.
move north.
it say that the reality is what they would do. It was genetic modification. That's what they do. They will mix the blood of people, someone that was a different race or alien, with a human, and put together different cells and DNA and make a new human that was super powerful.
That's
so
like
it's
that
kind of like where we're going now again.
Monsanto's has been around for thousands of years as they traveled west over a new horizon.
Well,
I'll try to find that link and send it to you. Do I annoy you with all the links? I'll send you like a bunch of stuff.
getting inspired.
I do annoy you?
Oh, keep your inspiration.
It's all right. All right.
I'm good.
I don't want to be annoying.
You are annoying, but it's okay.
I have to go soon. So you guys heard about the track that me and Juan are gonna launch soon, the Poopy song.
We're taking investors now.
Yeah. You guys, if you want, we can play the song for you guys to hear before I go, or better leave for another day.
I said we do a live performance and videotape.
No. I have it here. I just play. I'm not.
A mixtape is the way to go. Stop me if I'm wrong at any moment, guys.
I have it here. I just put it on the phone.
You can get a job at KFC like that guy, and then put it into the Happy Meal.
Hey, that
mixtape into the
Happy
Meal.
That with a couple college credits, you can work at KFC.
We truly want to know your guys' opinion about it, right?
Come on. Yeah, hell yeah.
Turn this shit off.
I always remember when we would play this shit. I remember when we used to play Halo.
What are you doing?
Remember when we played Halo and then we played this music?
You play Halo still?
We used to play after jiu-jitsu. And then I remember thinking.
Which one?
I still play Call of Duty.
Yeah, but which one?
I was lucky enough to play with them. It was super fun.
It was awesome.
It was super fun.
Black Ops. I play a bit.
I got everybody into it.
You got me, and I wasn't into
it. And Game Bread too.
But when he wasn't playing before.
No.
But when
he says he was, but he was playing the other console.
We used to play Halo, and they had that fucking music.
Not even gonna say the other console.
I always used to think like. They probably paid some amazing composers. Yeah. His entire life is
an Emmy winner.
And we're here shooting fucking aliens like idiots.
Oh, right.
Yeah. A guy serious about the music.
And they're running away, throwing the needles.
A guy serious, and we're finishing.
Click on play.
If only, like at some point you're gonna on your deathbed you're gonna look back and go, "What the fuck did I accomplish?"
All right.
No, that's not the music. It's just for you to watch.
Right.
No.
Start it again.
And then next year you're gonna have somebody like super accomplished who dedicated themselves.
Look at the score. I can read for you the score. And I get the last kill too.
Just to top it off?
The last score is 45-7. That's my best score playing online.
I have no idea.
I killed 47 people and I just got killed 7.
Is that on Xbox?
On Call of Duty
on the
Black
Xbox?
Ops, Xbox. It was 2 days ago.
Did you ever think that you left 47 virtual families to die?
Exactly.
All right, going back to the song.
I'm gonna save the planet. Yeah. Your favorite map was that Brazil map. Remember that one?
The
one of the clouds?
Hey, tirando una fumaça.
The favela.
All right. You guys ready?
That was my house. I'll fucking rape you on that map.
5, 6, 7.
It's gonna be a hit.
It's the song that you wanna hear while you are pooping.
I got a tingle in my nether regions. What the
say they don't poop, but that's all like cause we all poopy. When's our false alarm? Don't you worry, just push it, hey.
Alright, I want to retract any money that I offered up at the beginning.
You're already in for 7,500.
What are you doing, guy? Film me what? This is the worst song ever. This podcast has gone nowhere. It's worse than it.
Hey, it'll grow on you.
Video.
I'm so sad that this is going to be Mr. W's last day here.
Yeah, it's going to be
bad. No, it's not going to be Mr. W's last day.
His
you got to choose what's more important. Yeah, a podcast or your family. You have to make a choice.
This is an interesting.
Well, my girl hated the song, so you were the first one that liked it. So.
That's pretty bad.
The guys at the studio also liked it
on the phones, right? Can't you just like delete that?
Well, but imagine 3 hot chicks putting.
Oh, that makes a difference.
Imagine 3 hot chicks in a bathroom, the camera just showing their legs, and they're putting their panties down and starting to clear.
Anytime I'm watching a chick flick, if there's not a hot chick in it,
you gotta start with the
I
hot
really
chick.
don't give a fuck about the story.
You gotta start with weather,
but
anything.
Sex sells.
Pussy makes everything better.
So, do you like jiu-jitsu is such a BS because every sports they use sex to sell. But if you do that with jiu-jitsu, then people talk shit
That's
about
bullshit,
it. You ever
guy.
heard about
a lot
that?
of chicks fucking. Is it true that if you're a black belt, you can't catch anything?
Catch
What do you mean? AIDS and shit?
Anything.
I'm testing it. I'll find out.
So when you think you're gonna get your black belt, Chi?
My black belt? Probably never, man.
Bro,
You've trained 0 times since you got
Probably
your brown
never,
belt.
guy.
bro, you need to
I
buy
feel
new.
inspired and serious for like
You
20
need
minutes.
to buy
and
new
then I'm like, fuck
pajamas,
this
bro. Get new
My
pajamas.
favorite is, hey, who wants to train? Oh, nobody? Pizza.
shit. Yeah, my pajamas.
What a
Tell me your whole
pajama.
gi
Look,
theory.
you gotta what?
Tell me the gi theory.
What's the gi theory?
You have to train gi, man. Every world champion. I've been training gi. Every world champion been training
make
for
it, take
30
it.
years when gi was normal.
If
Stop me if I'm wrong.
normal, if you only train no gi, in my opinion, and you might be really good in no gi. But if you train gi and you train a lot and train no gi and both a lot too,
But that's two a lot.
Wait, let me just get my
That's a
point.
lot.
If you train both
Is
like
that-
frequently,
is that like
if you
a
train
negative?
both frequently of the same kind of the same amount,
Or
the
does
same
that multiply?
same ratio. So if you work,
Nice. Good word.
you see, you're
Same
making me
mixture.
use
Same
all my
mixture.
English here.
So
I'm gonna,
Monday, Wednesday, gi.
But
Tuesday,
so
Thursday,
if
no
you
gi.
if you train a lot, if you train the gi as well, then you come back to no gi. If you're not training no gi, of course you're not gonna have the grips. You're gonna, but if you're always training both, when you go back, I feel like you always have
You pick up
a
stuff?
perspective. Your perspective is always a little in height. It's a little bigger than the other people. They always no gi. They're always more limited because they got limited things to do. So even if when there's no gi,
I
with the
agree.
gi, you have so much that when you come back, you're more creative in a no gi because you see my things that someone won because he just think more like, okay, no
Right.
gi. I
They
just
never
got
go
this.
for this. They don't have that option, so they don't see it there. Because
Sometimes
it's
I-
wasted in no gi.
I
But
bring-
okay.
However,
so that's like saying,
if you may have a move.
I bring things
where
from
you-
gi that crazy like this. You know, gi in works like a crazy thing that I use the
Regular wrist
reverse
lock.
Yeah, it's
baseball
called
bat,
being a scumbag.
reverse baseball bat, and I do from the bottom. The no gi people tap. It works, and then if not, I get on top. Like stupid things like that. But,
no, that's good shit.
Anything can work if you get good at it.
Right. And
I know,
especially
but-
if people don't know it. If other people, your opponent, isn't aware of that.
Now, like I feel really like now when I'm
And
training,
gi
it's
messes up your
It's
fingers.
another.
That
oh yeah,
does.
it
That is
does. But I
way
mean,
true.
I broke this both fingers dislocated to the side. But I can put a wedding ring in none of them.
But why?
Won't go
Why?
through.
What a coincidence.
Listen, already.
I
listen,
broke in purpose, like never.
Listen, if there's already no punching involved, no really takedown, you're on a soft surface. Why add another fantasy element that's the gi to the mix?
I agree and disagree with one.
The gi is just
which is
good.
most,
It's
Which
just fun.
means you don't have an
The gi-
opinion.
The gi is just fun for a sport. If you're gonna do self-defense, really, I don't think the gi techniques are the better to use in the street. In like to grab.
So why waste your time?
I don't think I'm wasting my time in getting good at jiu-jitsu. In jiu-jitsu with the kimono, because for me, I like the tradition. I want to go. use,
There you go.
I
There you go.
appreciate
There you
the
go. The
fact that there's
tradition
the
is
whole
fine.
package. So I also enjoy no gi, and if I'm not gonna try to grab the guy's clothes if I'm on the street or altercation, I'm gonna do different. Like I said before, I will strike first. Maybe they could head control, underhook, overhook, double. Usually I don't like using double really because
Okay,
you
but
get-
when's the time you're gonna lapel choke somebody on the street?
for me,
Nah,
like
you
I
can
said,
do
it's
it.
fun. For me, it's fun.
You can do
It's
it.
really fun doing jiu-jitsu with
You
the
do
gi.
it a shirt.
So, it never
But
got
listen,
fun to
their-
you. It
their
never got
opinions.
fun like to you during with the gi because you didn't train enough. If you get to train more,
And he hated. I think he's.
No,
I
you know,
hated
you know
the
what it
people
is
taught
that
him
you
in the
could
gi.
go and teach a semi-athletic guy or a big guy
a few
6
things.
months of jiu-jitsu without the gi, and he will skank 95% of jiu-jitsu
With gi,
people.
you're saying?
A wrestler.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You get
saying.
a wrestler, you teach him 6 months of jiu-jitsu, and he'll hospitalize
Inogi.
95% of people who do
Inogi.
jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
Inogi.
No. You could have a gi. The gis are fucking gay.
But
Is he
I know,
I
but
think-
in the gi,
I think the gi,
no.
I think the gi
I think-
you're gonna have to modify everything for no gi. So why even do that? Why add an
But
extra
I
step of
think
modification?
the Gracies use the gi to like so they can control people because they only know how to use their clothes to choke.
Well, and
It's
also,
harder.
Back in the
So they
day,
like-
people.
weren't strong.
Ooh. No, but the Japanese use kimono too. They use kimono. Kimono comes from before. It's just
Correct.
like
And people would wear bigger, heavier clothes when it's cooler out. And in Brazil, I imagine it was sort of like here in the United States, back in the 50s and 60s.
In the favelas?
People would wear jackets. Stuff was more formal, so people would dress up with coats and jackets. So they would.
Okay, but like that, you have to evolve. It has to keep on evolving.
Right.
That's exactly what it is.
No, but if
you're learning to practice to clean a musket and you're not going to use a musket, why even practice with a musket? Train fucking with the magazines, putting in new magazines.
That's a good analogy, though.
I don't care how good you are in jiu-jitsu with the gi. If you go and you try to fuck around with Josh Barnett, you better be world class.
Yeah.
I don't think he's put a gi on his life.
No.
Huh.
He's scary.
And guess what?
Yeah.
You're going to the hospital.
Yeah. He's going to rip whatever he gets.
One time I was in Daniels on the beach when he was on the beach there. Did you ever go there to Idol's gym?
No. He
So
started
that was
at the downtown gym.
pre-Wandy.
No.
So there was a
Pre-Wandy.
football player.
I'm a
white
new-
guy.
Wandy was
The new
eating
guy.
capoeira.
There was
Capoeira.
a football
I
player,
was
like
still in the favelas.
a guy who a college football player, a big fucking white guy. And I go and I was doing jiu-jitsu and I with the gi and it's gi day and I'm just sweeping the guy around. I'm tapping him left and right with chokes. And this guy's 250, athletic.
Uh-huh.
This is a big guy. So the next day, it's half guard, it's no gi, and I get him in a half guard, but I'm in the bottom the whole time. And I think I swept them once, I tapped them once in the 5 minutes. And that false sense of confidence of day one, because, bro, with that collar, you can do anything.
Yeah.
And the guys don't know anything. He's grabbing a leg, you sweep him over. None of that shit worked, pretty much,
Because real life
except
came
the
in.
electric chair sweep.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, bro, if this guy throws one elbow here, I'm gonna
Yeah.
spitting teeth out.
Yeah.
But please don't kill me.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's a little. It's nice to be a lifer and to go over the techniques and to be an old bitch.
You
and just
focus on no
scoot
gi and
hips
gi.
and drop bass. But really, in
You
reality,
focus
what are you
on-
doing? You're wasting your time.
You focus on gi or no gi, but then okay, I think
You're wasting your time.
I think then we are going approaching in the wrong way, because if that's what you care for is to protect yourself, then forget about the gi and no gi. For me, is MMA jiu-jitsu, self-defense jiu-jitsu, sports jiu-jitsu. It's not no gi and no gi, because there are techniques. For me, it's not about, for me, is what I'm, okay, it's an MMA fight. I know that the guy can elbow me. I know. I'm in a street fight, so I know what I'm going to use. I'm not, if it's a sport, for me, I divide in my brain, I divide techniques, because those are different situations for me. That's how I put it from the beginning. Then there's no gi and gi too, but if I'm in the street, if I'm in MMA, I know the guy got elbowed. That's why I don't like going under too much, doing deep half guard, all of the shit. I'd rather stay on the top, and it's a different situation. The majority of the shit you learn in the gi, if you're in the street, you're not gonna. What? Oh my!
Money's off
And another thing, like for me,
you're not gonna use it.
For me, is that
What?
if I do gi now, and I've done a lot of gi, and I know a lot of shit.
I'm gonna bounce, guys.
If I go to a class and they teach a ridiculous fucking sleeve grip or a fucking pant grip, or
Fucked up my hip like that.
you take out the fucking
Remember I fucked up my
gi
hip like that?
and you wrap it around, dude, get out of my fucking face. If it's like the collar grip,
we have
alright.
the birthday boy here, guys.
If you're grabbing like the jacket and you're holding or something, that's fine.
It was
Or
Juanqui's
if you're
birthday.
doing like something,
now
'cause-
you're at 3.0. I'm sorry,
You
Andy.
guys aren't listening to the story.
yeah, but if
the
it's,
grip. You hate the grip.
if it's a grip or you take out the fucking jacket and you're using the jacket, that's
Like a
only
worm
possible.
guard.
Get the fuck out of here. It's a waste of time.
Well.
It's fucking stupid. One guy throws a punch and you're trying to worm guard, you're hospitalized.
Guy,
Right,
It's
no, but
fucking so dumb.
But it's also part of the sport. It's like saying like, why do you
but
play
that's a
tennis,
gay sport.
guy? How's
a-
that
that's a gay
gonna
sport.
protect you
Yeah,
in an
but-
alley?
but you know what?
It's a gay sport.
No, I know, but at least this could come in handy when somebody says, "God,
what
that's
about
gay."
Yeah, in a
Baseball.
gay club.
What
yeah. Look, I know how to choke you unconscious and fuck your face. Ah. This guy taking selfies.
The
with a
reason
jammer, bro.
the reason I
He's a jammer.
do gi is
That's
because
hating.
it just
Listen to haters.
well the reason I do
Haters
gi,
gonna hate, lovers gonna love. I don't even want none of the above. I wanna
piss on you.
so the reason I do
In the
do gi
remix now,
is
the
because
remix.
it's
Dun, dun,
extra.
dun.
It's an extra 2 days
I
where I
wanna
can train.
poop.
Yeah, no.
That's
That's
all
why
I saw.
there's
took it for-
positives to it. But I'm
If-
saying, if you wanted to
if
maximize,
Chappelle did,
Oh, that's it.
it's funny. It's gonna be now. It's a whole track.
Yeah.
if you wanted
That
to
is.
maximize your
It's
time, I would just like do no-gi.
I say do whatever the fuck this out los cojones.
Yeah, but if you wanted to get like really a technical knowledge and an understanding of all these
I think the
little
old school
techniques,
things in
it's
gi is
better.
just
If you want to learn how much açaí you should eat,
And if you want to get to like
you
a
gotta
higher
do
level with
ginástica
a lot of good moves
natural.
and a lot of things
You
like
gotta buy the kimono.
From the good
sweeps.
places.
The
From
sweeps don't really work.
from
I think your phone's
IBJJF.
ringing.
The sweeps, like if you're on the bottom and you're trying to sweep guy from the guard, it's very hard.
No,
No
sometimes
gi.
they do,
With
but
the
if not,
gi, it's easy because you got like puppeteering the guy
Right.
by every grip you can get.
You know what? I do a bunch. I don't see a lot, but I do a lot of techniques that people don't teach no gi. I convert or I
Yeah,
to no
but
gi
you don't
and they
do it
work.
to Daniel.
Whatever.
yeah, that's
If
called
the guy's
Daniel as your
good-
coach.
If the guy's good, you're not doing it to him.
That's
well,
called Daniel as your coach.
maybe
Or
because he
if
just
the guy's heavy, you're not doing one of those puppeteering things because
Well-
he'll just flatten out on your face, and you'll.
I want to invent a new guard called the marionette guard. I don't know what the details are, but the marionette guard.
come on, bro. Let's
good,
roll.
right?
Let me show you that. Let me
It's
show
okay,
you.
it's
Let me
okay.
show you the technique,
It's
bro.
okay.
Let me show you the technique right now. Let's go. I'm gonna show you.
I got the mats. You want me to pull up the mats?
Another
You have
thing
mats?
is
Of course I have mats.
Oh, I can't believe it.
another thing.
Gotta
is,
roll next time.
like the footlocks. It's real easy to defend footlocks with the gi because you just grab the lapel, and you're pretty much
Right.
done.
Pull the guy.
You're pretty much done. That kills like 80% of them.
Yeah.
There's
Right,
no
'cause
nothing.
the guy's got to stretch out.
yeah, and so that's another.
Or
false
turn
sense of
around
security.
violently.
But if you flip your body towards down, then you fuck.
Well, when
Yeah,
you
face
have that
down.
to grab
Face
onto,
down,
now you
face
gotta
down.
get.
I
Face down in a way. There's, your
You gotta
leg
get
is
a little
free here.
technical with the defense no gi for footlock.
I think no gi. A lot of guys can use more athleticism, much more
Yeah,
than
Damn
technique.
right.
It's a
It's
faster
called
game.
athleticism equals real life, real situation life.
but you know, there's pros and cons to everything.
Well, you get sweaty, and if you're doing really, you guys start sweating too. You gotta think about that. Get sweaty. Your
And if
body
you're drunk as
escapes.
fuck already, you're even
No,
more.
I'm even on training. When you start sweating, it changes the whole situation.
course.
So that's because that's how it escapes. Not that sometimes technique, people, the guys escape because exploder. There's so much sweat.
I believe in forcing
All
it.
of
If
the
it doesn't
factors.
go in, it's like a date. If it doesn't-
I like it. I like it.
Anyhow,
I want to put my foot here out of
All right,
comfort,
don't
but I
worry.
don't want this
Put
guy
it-
breaking.
You
put
can
it-
do
I'm
some gesture
put it because
force.
I'm gonna leave, guys.
No, don't do this to us.
I have to go. I don't know what, but I don't want to get into an argument. I want to sleep in my bed, guys. I don't. want to
Tranquilo. Tranquilo.
That's a smart guy.
Yeah.
At least in
Bro,
the short
the
term.
couch sucks. It's great, but then at night when I'm sleeping, is the couch that are like in 3 parts.
Oh,
So I'm
the
sleeping, it's
spaces.
sliding
like
open?
moving away.
The spaces, I hate that.
It starts to get in the
sucks.
space, and I'm like, ah.
Wonky, would you
Vomit.
ever let your wife kick you?
So I don't want to get
That's
kicked.
exactly
Look.
what I thought you were gonna say.
a bartender back.
Wonky, wait, let me try
Yo,
to finish it
I
without
know,
laughing.
but I could go out, but I just
Wonky.
was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna
What?
stay home
you
and
were-
rest, save money.
if you were married to whoever, and you were in Wandy's spot right now,
Chicks love wine and to fuck. That's always a company. What? Say it again.
Not during the first year of pregnancy that they just had a baby, because I don't know.
If she's ride or die, she will.
Probably after the first year.
so
Gets better.
Wonky, if you were in Wandy's shoes right now,
What size
and,
shoes
then
are
your,
those?
and your wife says, "Get home right now, or else you're gonna sleep on the couch." What
No,
would
she
you
never
say?
say that.
What would you say, Wonky?
It usually escalates.
To her face. What would you
It
say to
starts
her
like
face?
it starts like, oh,
when
you're not
you
here
showed
early.
up, whenever you showed
No,
up.
it escalates. It starts like, oh, you're not here early. I want to have dinner together with the family. Blah blah blah. I'm here working. I'm like, oh, blah blah blah. And then say some
I'm
shit back.
promoting my
Then
brand,
it keeps
Wandy.
shading, and it ends with you're effing B, and then that's when shit goes down usually, or like.
Oh, you call her that. You say that. You're a fucking bitch.
Of course, after she's like, maybe she tried to swing at me or something.
Oh my god.
It's my head
Awesome.
movement, bro. I went for double legs.
My fucking bitch goes way before there's any physical.
Oh, before?
Yeah.
No, no,
You
no,
have to know.
always, but
Listen, when you're fighting with the chick,
once
you
we
need to know
start
the
fighting-
trigger words that she already knows you're not joking. I
Oh,
like
I
to throw
use-
them right off
I
the
use-
back, but look.
I use
Ow.
master. I use your technique, master. One of the techniques.
Did it
you
work?
told Me. It kind of worked. Made her feel like a little more.
Please go ahead.
It worked, master. Let me develop more.
Look, tell me this is.
I have-
Look. It's like there. Just go ahead.
There's like.
And how did that make you feel?
It made me feel powerful, master. I felt the power of darkness.
Darkness is the
Embrace
light.
the dark side.
You know they say the darkness is the new light, right?
So what happened? What was his technique and how did it work? Ish.
Guy, please finish your wine. Guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers,
air,
bloke.
Air wine.
How is
Wine. Saluji.
You do the other type of wine. Wine.
Saluji. Ah. It's a draft.
Look.
Can we close the window? Eh.
Anyways, I've been using I'm gonna keep using the other techniques. I'll let you guys know more in detail next time. I'm gonna bounce.
Okay, but you haven't told us about any technique you used.
Andy's gonna talk now.
Yeah.
Andy's
Oh,
gonna
guy, you were telling us a story.
No.
Get home before your fucking wife bitches you out, you bitch. Yeah, and your story's never gonna come out anyway.
Don't get me wrong. Listen, when you're fighting and you're sending her to go fuck herself, it feels so refreshing at the moment.
Guy.
Whoever cares least wins.
Always.
Victory.
That's in everything.
Flawless victory.
That's why you don't care about anything. Flawless victory.
But the more you try not to care, then you start caring. So you have to medium not care.
Nah, he. I think I know Wandy already enough. He has the kid.
Yeah, but that's the part.
And he has a personal history. But if your wife was your girlfriend pre-kid, this guy never shuts up.
No, but that's edible, right?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, you want to act stupid? I'm gone.
Every week, my son is different. It's
Exactly,
Like and
exactly,
I see him like
exactly.
first you could just barely move.
So you're in a rock.
Now moving, he's talking, it's
Right,
crazy.
of
And I'm
course.
just like, and I'm creating this.
It doesn't stop being awesome.
I love him. But
Right, it's awesome. Right, so you're stuck in you're in a rough area. Yeah, I know.
It does
I
get
know.
better because number one, the chick's hormones
Or
have
it gets
to,
worse. Or a
it
breakup.
depends. Who knows how the fuck what happens?
Right,
but
right.
You can either help
I
or
got
make
it.
it worse.
I got it.
You got to believe. Are you telling me?
It's
gonna get better or really worse.
That's what I said that. I said that joke.
Again.
It could. It could get better. We said that joke also. We're repeating jokes. Podcast going nowhere fast.
Now that Mr. W left, I want to put on my good watch.
Wow, crossing.
And when you leave, I'm gonna tell him, hey, listen, he's leaving 87.
He
He's going south. What do you mean? Which way south, man?
Yeah. Laz's eye fucking got red and swollen. It was hilarious. It was like every
Over
time
there?
he came out of the room, it got worse.
Wow.
Like a joke. Like if there was a makeup artist in there fucking it up.
Mom, nuts and other stuff there. There's the Jubilee of flavors for the mouth. All right, Andy.
Yes, sir. What are we getting to here? The deep down? Guy, by the way, I'm immune. Told you. Called it.
Because you didn't. That was. Guy, listen, you did.
I
the
tried.
fucking Bill Clinton.
What if he's from a different planet?
Did you see the video of them celebrating? It's so delicious.
What do you
He did a
mean?
little hop
Who's
and clap
celebrating?
like a fucking dork.
Who did?
Bill Clinton. He
No.
did like a stupid hop
When?
and
When?
like the night of the fucking thing. I guess they started celebrating. Like if she won. So they come across the room and she's like celebrating. And
She's doing the robot?
she hugs her daughter, and then Bill Clinton's there like jumping, and he's just like dorky as fuck.
They're like good friends.
Whatever, dude. Fucking joke.
How do we
Anyway,
get to that?
what were we gonna say? What?
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Immune.
I'm immune.
Was that it?
Not to the oil.
Yeah.
Obviously, I had a fucking nightmare
That
conniption
was
with
me.
the oil.
When I got fucked
Yeah,
up.
we
was
already
the
had
oil.
this conversation.
Yeah.
We did this already. We did this dance already. What were you gonna say before, Wonky?
That's good to tell a chick when you're fighting with her. We've already done this dance.
We've already done
We
this.
usually fight about the same shit.
That's true. Yes, sir.
You were gonna tell some more cop stories.
So that guy was really crazy, and we would go out and whatever. And he would go 150 miles an hour on the highway. That's not an exaggeration.
Mhm.
The car full of people. That car's small, like fucking three
Is it a
couples
Mustang?
in there. Yeah. He would brush fucking troopers on the road. He was fucking insane. And he'd be drunk, laughing.
But how would
his
not get
ass
pulled
off.
over if he's brushing by troopers?
They're like stopped on the road, and you know, like to pull somebody over, and he's a cop, so he knows that it's gonna be a whole mission or whatever. He's going so fucking fast, and then like you know me, I'm kind of like a lunatic, and I don't get scared of stuff really, but I was like, dude, begging him to stop, like guy.
That actually happened.
Get
To me. I had a
the
similar story.
Fuck out of here. He did that a bunch of times. He would do donuts all the time. He would shoot out the lights when he would go by on the highway, right by the stations, right by the highway. He would shoot always, pa pa pa, laughing,
Cool.
ha,
They
ha,
call
like a
that
lunatic,
multiple felonies.
like a lunatic. When
call
we
that
would go in
multiple
the
felonies.
Grove, any fucking time, like whatever, he would just take out his gun and shoot the lights out. And then we'd be like, fuck. People would
It's like
fucking...
Dumbledore.
People
when he
would
goes
come
to
out
Harry
to
Potter's
see, to look, and we're like, "Oh, the fucking guy's a lunatic." He'd be there getting the shells. He's like, "No, I can't leave. I can't. There's one missing." We're like, "Dude, like, the cops are coming. You know what the fuck? Let's get the fuck out of here. He's a lunatic." So, and that's not even tip of
And
the
that's while
iceberg.
he was a
He
cop.
did a bunch of crazy, a
Wow.
bunch of crazy shit.
So he would fall under RICO. If I'm just saying, if right now we had wigs and we're doing Parliament, and Parliament was here, you'd be like, "Oh, it's 100 years."
It was early '90s. You know why? I remember because he got the first computer of anybody I knew.
So let's hear
It
other
was like
stories.
'92 or some shit like that. It was early.
Let's hear other stories.
It was the 90s or the 80s?
So one time he goes, no, it was I graduated high school in '89, so it was like early '90s, whatever. So I'm riding with him,
So you're
and
like
he
45?
goes, "Huh?
45?
I'm 45. In like a week, I'm gonna be
Wow.
46. 2 weeks.
But was it in the 90s or the 80s?
It was
guys?
early '90s. Early '90s. Anyway, so he goes. We're like in Bayside eating, and he gets a call. He goes, "Let's go," and I'm like, "Fuck, I hate leaving food, obviously." So it's fucking raining a little bit, and he's like on the opposite side against traffic. It's like a movie, and he's fucking like, fishtailing in the rain across fucking like
Reckless endangerment?
4 lanes of traffic,
Using a county vehicle?
like that, and I'm like
To
on my
commit-
hands like this, and I'm like, dude, are you
In a cop
fucking
car?
insane? Yeah, a cop car, but like a shitty old sedan. It's not like a souped up one or anything. And then he's
Would you
like,
remember the tag on it?
the whole time giggling his ass off, like doing this shit.
And what were you doing?
Me on my hands like this,
Would you say you were being kidnapped in a way?
right? And then we get over there, and whatever the call was, he would fucking run in there like a cowboy is a lunatic.
No,
And
tell
then,
me what he would do exactly. It sounds great.
Wonky's writing notes.
No, he would go to the calls full blast, being like a lunatic, whatever the thing was. So that was around right during and right after when they had the
McDuffie riot.
no, when they were killing the German tourists. Remember that?
Yes.
So they kind of like
Super predator time.
they green lighted super
Right,
aggressive.
when they coined that term, super predator.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Well, I remember like a bunch of people got hired. And yeah, they still are. Newsflash. Anyway, a bunch of people got hired, and they were like pretty much green lighted to go crazy to calm that down because they were
Right.
killing the tourism and they were killing
So go to Liberty City and
green
do whatever
light.
the fuck
Go
you want.
crazy. Yeah. And so when you go crazy and the law's on your side, guess what? You can do anything you want. You're not gonna get in trouble. You can be hard, and you have to be hard. Those people are animals. No offense. Not that anyone's gonna listen to this, but so he was one of those guys that was especially that's why he got in trouble later because in his head he was operating on when he got hired. They needed that. You can't have a bunch of pussies;
Right.
they're gonna get killed, you know, and a bunch of chicks and whatever pussy guys. So he was in the mindset of
Doing
100
whatever the
miles
fuck
an
I want.
hour, yeah. And so then one time I rode with him, and he was always complaining about that because they had started to once
often
they
would you
calmed
ride
that
with him?
down. What?
How often would you ride with him? Is it like
Oh,
a
I
ride
went a
along?
bunch of times with that
Like a
guy.
ride-along?
Yeah, there's a buddy. of
Was it
mine.
an official ride along or just I'll pick you up?
Yeah,
No.
official.
There was paperwork filled out.
Yeah. I will go to the station and everything.
I've done
Why?
it once. I did it once.
Why? I
Pretty
did it
fun.
like three times with your buddy, but I did with this guy like a dozen times. Yeah. So
I like
so
it with no
whatever.
paperwork.
There's a lot of stories. So anyway, so he goes. Then one time when I had gone with him, you know, over a couple years, 2-3 years. So towards the end, he goes, "Oh, you know,
How many times did you guys do fun stuff like that? Activities that you saw first?
No, that guy. The crazy shit that I did with him was all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Even like when he wasn't working, he's a fucking lunatic.
Mm-hmm.
Even like we went on another fucking road trip because I love to do road trips with cops. And he was doing crazy shit the whole time. Like I was just hilarious. One time, this is one of the funniest ones. He's a short guy, heavy, a little bit fat,
Not surprised.
but he would wear like tight clothes, like trying to show off, like with the cop
Right.
with the shirt sleeve. You know, he looked terrible.
He's not swole. He's swollen.
yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. But he was just funny. So when we go and
We has body go.
a friend of ours like graduated from the army or some bullshit, the Marines, I don't remember. So we go up there, and we don't. He's like off of work. I can make it. I just gotta be back on Sunday, like at fucking 8 a.m. This is like Friday at 7 p.m. or something. So we pick him up. The thing's Saturday. We drive straight over. I'm driving, and when we get over there, we don't sleep. We go to this guy's graduation. We're just fucking around with the guy. We go out at night. We go crazy, and then we drive straight back. Right? When we drive back, we're fucking destroyed. We're not 2 days of no sleep, and we're fucking dying. So this guy's like, he looks at me, and he goes, I gotta be back at 8. And this is pre, like, you know, navigation and shit like that. So I look at like the map, and I'm like, we're not gonna make it, right? But I don't say anything because he's fucking annoying, and so I just say, fuck it, we'll just show up at 10 or 11 whenever we get there. You know, fuck him, he'll get whatever. So I'm driving, and I'm not even going fast. I'm going like 80, just a little bit over the speed limit. The guy wakes up like fucking 2 a.m, and he's like, "Are you fucking crazy?" He goes, "Where are we? We're still like in Georgia or something." And he's like, "What? Are you fucking crazy? I'm gonna fucking be late." He goes, "Pull over." The guy has a wife beater. His fucking hair coming out of everywhere. He looks like ridiculous. Gold chains. His hair is like fucking to the side. He's got like a beard. Like he's like a hairy guy. So he's fucking like pinning this fucking like Honda truck that I have. Like as fast as it goes. Whatever. So it's like fucking 6 a.m, and we're like middle of Florida somewhere. And he gets pulled over. And when he gets pulled over, he hops out of the car. And to say he's a cop, he's in a hurry or whatever. And the trooper's like 6'8". The guy's gigantic, and he's Foghorn Leghorn as a human. He's like, "Boy, get back in your car," with a giant fucking Dirty Harry revolver.
So your friend's super big?
No. My friend's a little short, fat spick, but this fucking guy gets out. He's a giant. And he goes, "Boy, get back in your car."
That makes sense.
With the revolver, and we're all like, "Oh, we're going to die." And he's like, "I'm a cop." And then the guy's like, "You're a cop?"
You can't believe it.
"Boy, I'll shoot you dead in the face. You say you're a cop again." He's like, "I swear I'm a cop. I got to be a real cop at 8 o'clock. And he's like, "You're a cop." And at that point, we start laughing our ass off, and he's like holstering the gun. And then he's like,
then your friend shot him.
"Where are you a cop at? Don't say Miami." He's like, "Yeah, I'm in Miami. I got 2 hours on roll call. I can't be late." And then the guy's like looking at him, and he's like, "You're a cop." Like it hurt his heart that they would hire a fat spick midget to this disgrace. He was like a Florida State trooper, and he's right. I mean, the guy has a point. This guy's hair is like this time. And he goes, "All right, just get the fuck out of my district," or whatever the fuck. And then this guy gets back in 120 miles an hour or whatever. That's another crazy story. On the way up, drunk, he climbed up. Imagine, that was the first year of the Honda CR-V. There's no proof that the car is anything. He climbed up on a roof rack. I'm going 80 on the highway. He's in pictures. He's on top. He's a fucking lunatic. So...
And for what? Just for the
I have the pictures, dude. I'm driving at 80, and I'm like, fuck it. The guy falls off. I'm going to keep going. Fuck it. Nobody knows we picked him up.
And he has a badge and a gun.
Yeah, he's a lunatic. So then we go to... So towards the end, he's bitching about the cops toned down the death stop, the German tourist death stop. They started putting more signs up, and they had like, you know, like those little fake cops, like whatever they call them, kind of on corners, main corners. So
I didn't know that.
They wouldn't go into the neighborhoods. Oh, one time when I rode with him, there was
they even started blocking out blocks and
shit. Yeah, because people, it would say beaches.
No, you can't go through, and they did a bunch of shit.
It would say beaches, and then if you weren't familiar with Miami, you would get off, and then you're in the middle of overtown.
Clearly marked. Now they're clearly marked.
And if you're bright white with a fucking Rolex and shining blonde hair, you're gonna die.
If your name is Inga, you're dead as fuck.
Yeah, you're dead as fuck.
Now they have, or at least back in the day, they changed the signs to put like a sun for the beach and an airplane
international.
For the
and they changed all the signs.
You remember one of the ones that was one of the ones that killed somebody?
No.
Gangsta Bitch. You remember Gangsta Bitch?
No.
You remember Gangsta Bitch?
No, I don't.
Put Gangsta Bitch in your phone.
But
genius.
Do you remember that the license plates used to say like rental or whatever?
Yeah, they stopped doing that too.
They stopped doing that because they knew oh, that's per out of town.
Just talking to the fucking microphone.
So
Miami, tourist killings.
So one
Gangsta bitch.
time when I rode with him, he's like always driving around looking for shit just to fucking show off to
Looking
me.
for what?
Just to show off to me, like, oh, I'm gonna arrest somebody or whatever. He was on Cops also, by the way.
So he was on Cops. Are you with us still?
Yep. Taking notes.
He was on Cops.
So anyway,
See, wait a second. He
Get him
are
arrested
you trying to nail down who he was?
Get
What
a
are you doing?
Mustang.
with that?
I'm fucking asking questions. I'm sorry,
anyway,
dude. A
so he
relationship
goes-
with you would never
he
work.
goes, oh no. So he goes, oh, we got one like buying drugs or whatever. So he zooms up like that, right? And it's like a fucking huge Mercedes sedan.
You caught somebody that you wanted to
Brand
plan
new.
something on. Uh-huh.
No, and then when we pull up to it, he's like, fuck, it's just German tourists, right? And we pull up next to him, it's like an older couple in front and then a younger couple in the back, and they're in the middle over down like in a
Waiting to get
bubble.
killed.
Yeah, this club and then he goes, oh no, follow me, I'll take you out. So then he takes them out. And he goes, oh, go there. That's
And
the
then he
highway.
robbed them.
And then he goes, we just saved those people's lives, right? So then a few years later, he's bitching the whole time that they toned that down, and then like, he doesn't want to go back to being like a regular cop because he's used to being a cowboy and going fucking beating people to death. and
Right. He doesn't
doing
want to be a
horrible
regular
shit.
person.
He doesn't want to follow laws and shit. So
Ew, law.
he's bitching, and then they're also like pussies, to back up your theory.
Mhm.
And they do pussy shit. So one time we get a call and he does the fucking fishtailing from he would always be in Bayside trying to hit on chicks at the Cuban restaurants, right? Eating,
taxpayer dollars.
that's why he's fat. Yeah, taxpayer money. So
That's for now.
we get a call, and this time it's
Look
not
at what she
raining.
did.
This time it's not raining. Fishtailing, bam, whatever. So we get to this fucking house. There's nobody else there, and he goes, okay, go around back. I told you the story, no?
No.
He goes, go around back and knock on the door and scream really loud, police. And I go, okay. And I go, what do I do if somebody comes or whatever? So if they come at you, shoot them. That was the training right there. If they come at you,
Sounds
shoot them. But
legit.
like, flip it. Like, if they come at you, just shoot them. And I'm like, I'm not gonna shoot them unless they got a gun in my hand. I'm already thinking like, it's got to be where I fear. You know, I'm trying to be a human being.
It can't be somebody answering. Who is
And
it?
this
Who's
is
there?
a hood like fuck. So
Mommy,
there's like a
somebody's at the
20
door.
fucking foot fence, right? So I told you he's a fucking lunatic. So he gets out, goes, go to the back or whatever, and then he turns, he looks, and he just jumps on the wall, on the fence, and he starts climbing this fucking fence. And he's a little fat guy. The fence is fucking buckling. Right? And then there was a bunch of little black kids, but
Was he
little,
on
like
something?
5 years old.
Was he on something?
No, not that I know. No.
That's
He didn't even drink.
scarier. If he wasn't on something, it's
He didn't even
scarier.
drink like at work. He would drink when we would go out. Anyway, so he goes when he jumps down, right? I'm like, I look and there's a gate door like right there, right? So I'm like,
That's
fuck,
awesome.
you guys an idiot. And then the little kids are like, is that Spider-Man? And I go, that is Spider-Man. And then whatever, they
He's
like
coming to hurt your
they
father.
they go
He's
off.
coming to hurt your father.
They run off or they go on their bikes, right?
Right.
And I go, I'm walking, and there's like nobody around. And I'm walking, there's like a bunch of like these row fucking like townhouse type of things. And then there's this one's like this, and then these are like this. And there's like grass right here.
Mhm.
So I go through here and I walk to the back, and then he told me like number 3 or whatever. So I go over there and I'm like, police. I'm standing like in a shirt, you know? I'm not in like whatever. So
You're not in uniform.
I'm not, yeah, I don't have
Or
like-
legally there, or shouldn't be having a gun, or you're committing multiple felonies
So I hear him
under the tutelage,
I s-
under your friend cop.
Like in training day.
Yes.
I hear him kicking
Monica.
I hear him kicking the front door. Da, da, da. And I'm like, should I do that to the back? I don't know. What should I do? I don't know what to do. I'm
Right.
looking
le-
around like,
sounds
whatever.
legit.
When I turn around, there's like 500 black people behind me,
Whoa.
like standing there like that. And I'm like, I just wave. I don't know what to do, like a dork.
You should have danced.
I
Like
wave,
if you're doing it.
hey, what's
How-
up?
how
And they're
old were you
all
at this
just like
point?
looking at me, and I'm there with a gun, like,
And how old were you at this point?
I'm like 20, 22 or something.
Wow.
Like that.
And your
So
gun's out.
70 years ago.
Yeah, I'm standing with my gun in my hand.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
I don't have a
what
holster.
gun
At
was
that time, I didn't have a holster.
What gun was that?
My fucking Taurus, my
Okay.
first gun. So,
So,
I thought you were
you have
Libra.
your gun
I
out.
thought you
so
were
the guy
Libra.
fucking
Wait,
bust.
you have
Is
your
this
gun
one
out.
still on?
Yeah,
You're on the porch,
I'm on the back porch.
back porch,
Yeah,
and
This one's
but
still on?
it's like one long porch. It's like one long porch. It's not like their own little
cheap
house.
shit.
It's like whatever. So I look in the window, and
how old was your friend in
he's probably like
comparison to you?
25. He's a little,
Okay, he's a little
couple
bit older.
years older.
Got it.
So he
Is he
finally
still on the force?
no.
Is
So
he
after
dead?
that Walkman thing, he ended up going to jail. He went. Other people went directly to jail.
Prison.
He went to. He fought it, and it was a couple years. I don't know exactly what happened, but then he ended up going. at the end.
Jail's under 2 years. Over 2
I thought it was
years.
one.
So I
year.
thought jail was just like the holding, whatever. I always say jail because I'm used to like.
But you could be right. But I think
It's
it's,
like
two.
whatever. So he finally kicks in the door. He comes in, and he's like I said, he's hilarious looking. He comes in, he's like, and I'm in the back like,
he
oh,
is
he's gonna let
looking-
me in, and he's like I don't know what any of this shit means, like hand signals, and I'm like,
It's
okay,
called
he didn't
home
open the
invasion.
door, huh?
Home invasion.
He goes like that, and I'm like, I'm just standing there like
Go
this.
around.
But no, like he did. I was waiting for like he was gonna let me in or whatever, and I'm like, whatever. So
And there's still an army of people behind you.
black people behind me, like the whole neighborhood is behind me.
How many
But
would
like,
you say?
like 50 yards,
Like, oh my god, this guy's getting robbed.
500 people. It's a bunch of
Yeah, they
people.
knew it was cops.
Well, there's a lot of kids, like
They knew it was
little
cops.
kids, huh?
Yeah, they knew it was cops.
Yeah, and his car was like right there, or whatever.
Cops or possibly like a bounty hunter or something like that. Could be too.
No, but his car was like right,
Oh, yeah.
visible,
Yeah, yeah.
right there. So, so then he goes upstairs, and I hear like screaming and whatever, and then I'm like, go back him up. It doesn't sound good.
Right.
It's like a dude screaming at him, and back and forth and whatever, and then he comes down, pop, 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 with a giant fucking guy bigger than Ike, like he's huge and scary looking, and he comes down and he's laughing, and he goes to the back door and he's like, "Cause you want to see a bunch of pussies?" This guy talking about. So we go to the front. He goes, he opens the back door. We go to the front. When he opens the door, there's like 50 cop cars, and they're all like hiding behind the cop cars with rifles pointing at the
Wow.
house. And he's like, and then when he comes out with the guy cuffed, they all start clapping. And when we had gotten there was nobody around.
That's pretty awesome.
That is
That's a pretty
awesome.
fucking cool story.
There was nobody
I should
around.
let him out. Whatever
He
his
would do
name is,
that.
let's let him out.
He would do that all the time. He would go and do something like that, and then
The
just
word
go
you're
with the
looking
guy,
for.
throw
The
guy
word
in
you're looking
car,
for is rogue.
Go the
Rogue.
throw the guy in the
Illegal.
car. He goes, "Let's go." And I don't know anything. I thought that's what you did.
He's like Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, Andy pulled out the little light, popped it on the top of the roof, and they took off.
No, so then he did that a bunch of times. Like he went and he just like ran into the house by himself, and I'm sitting in the car. He didn't even tell me to do
That's
anything.
awesome.
The doors open.
So this was more than 5 times that you rode
No,
with
I
him.
went with him like a dozen times. I went with
And how many felonies would you say per occurrence?
a lot.
More
I
than
mean,
3,
When
but
we would
less than
go
12.
out, if I'm telling you,
More than 3, but less than 12.
when we went on that road trip,
Right
before to get beer, he went to
That's
like,
called cross country crime spree. But go ahead.
when we went, like right by where American Airlines is, right across the street. Was back then was gross. Nobody was around there. Now it's like built up. There's nice buildings there. But he goes, because we had picked him up from the fucking station.
Is he a scarecrow? Because you're always like,
Yeah, he's like, I gotta get beer for the road. He would talk like that, like
like
So
a dick.
Yeah, he's awesome, but he's a fucking jammer. Anyway, so he goes, let's go over here. He's like, I know the guy. The guy give me the guy.
Come
hooked
here,
me
see?
up. So they
I
go,
say, we're going
he
to do some
goes to
crime,
the-
I say.
He goes in, right? And he goes, take a picture. Because I used to carry around a camera, like a camera.
You're like a weirdo, huh?
Film camera. No, because now everybody takes pictures of shit, but I used to take pictures of go out and I wouldn't be drunk, so to me it
They're
was
called child
entertainment.
molesters. That's what they call them
To
nowadays.
me
but
it's
go ahead.
entertainment, and I would take pictures, and I have photo albums in my house.
So you would have the camera and then those weird glasses, like the weird Jeffrey Dahmer type.
The one with the little leather on the side,
the Carrera.
the thing that went around,
Yeah, I love those. They're very comfortable.
and the string.
Yeah, the
Mad
leather
Max,
string.
the Mad Max. No, so he goes,
They
take
are
a
the
picture,
Mad
take a
Max.
picture. So he goes in, and he gets like a bunch of beer. He goes, yo, I'm robbing this place. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm
What?
by the front, just stay by
What
the
a
front door.
jammer, bro.
And he puts the gun in the guy's face, but the guy starts laughing. The guy's like a fucking Indian guy or something.
So they knew
And
each other.
And I'm freaking out, but the guy starts laughing. I'm like, this guy's. My fucking heart's like this. I'm like,
And he
this
has
guy
the gun
could
out?
Shoot this guy in his face. He's like, take a picture. And then that
You
guy's
don't
like,
have that
"Bro, get
picture.
outta here,
You don't
get
have
outta
that
here."
picture.
I have it.
If you
I have the
that,
guy hanging on the to support my. You think I'm lying?
that
To support
picture
my-
should be our logo,
He's
but fixed up a
hanging.
little bit enhanced.
He's
You don't
hanging.
know.
I have the picture of him hanging on the side of the car, like trying to lick my ear, and I'm like driving, like angry that he's being an idiot, a drunk idiot.
You need to bring these
So
pictures
the
in.
first place that
We don't
got
believe
off,
you.
Yeah, you
like
need to bring in these pictures.
Georgia or middle of Florida or wherever the fuck it was.
Killington.
He's just look.
Killing,
He's like,
Killington, Florida.
you drive like shit. Like I had drank like fucking 10 beers.
Uh-huh.
You drive like shit. He's throwing up pictures of him throwing up.
Bring in these.
That
Can you
guy's
bring
a
in these
champion.
pictures next time?
I'll bring it.
All right, awesome.
Oh my god,
So-
I'm excited.
Awesome.
So
I got butterflies.
what was the last story? gun in the face.
Yeah, take a picture. Take a picture.
Um,
And then before that was the he comes
guy.
out all
Okay,
lethal
but tell
weapon.
us now his demise.
his demise was that story. I already told you that demise.
Let's go
The
to the
planting
let's
the
go to the
gun.
fourth dimension. Is it the fourth dimension or fourth wall in acting?
The fourth wall. You're gonna break the fourth wall.
Yeah, we're gonna break
talking
the
to the
fourth-
camera. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna break the fourth wall.
Monkey's gonna talk into the camera.
Andy,
Yes, sir.
do you, guy?
Huh?
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Do you?
that's it.
Do you?
No, that's it.
I don't get what he said.
Never mind.
I don't
Is that
know.
what he's talking about?
Go ahead.
Mm,
That was
I
a
don't
miss.
know. Let me think. What else? Did a bunch of shit like that.
That guy sounds.
One time, a
fucking
young
insane.
kid, like 12.
I
or
asked you to
13,
say what is his demise. What was his demise?
He
He
planted a gun.
the guy with the Walkman.
The walkie-talkie.
It was a
Or the
bum.
Walkman.
And they had a call about something, and we went over there. The guy went like this, and that happened to me once. A black guy almost fucking shot
Yeah, but
me.
has he had
With the
he had
phone
other
and shit.
shootings as well?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Not that I remember. I mean, I'm not a cop. So these guys were talking. I didn't even listen to them
Yeah.
because they're always talking cop shit, and I don't give a fuck. So, oh, this guy did that, and this guy did that. I don't care about shit like that. So one time there was a like a little kid, like
But he
12.
only served a couple years.
I don't know the story. No, I think it was like 10 years.
Yeah.
The last time I heard it from him was Chad saw him, and Chad goes, "Oops, Mr. C saw him somewhere." Check that. Mr. C goes, "Oh, I ran into this the guy. His name's George." And he goes, you want his number? And I'm like, not really.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it is my buddy, but he told me not to, whatever. I was like, stop. I don't talk to him in 20
Is
years.
it
It's been
Mr.
20
C
years.
the guy who
Huh?
Wonky doesn't like?
No, this is a different guy.
Okay.
So,
It doesn't like me.
no, that guy's a jammer. So, that was the last time I heard from him or anything. So, I guess he's out. But it was like at least 10 years.
Mr. C's out.
No, this is Mr. George. It's George.
Got
Mr.
it.
C is a cop we know.
Got it.
Some dude, Mr. C. So one day we get a call and there's a backhoe. They stole a backhoe, right?
What's a backhoe?
Like
Backhoe.
like a fucking the thing that goes like that, like the
Okay,
cloth
a
thing. from
backhoe.
fucking-
Thank you.
Yes, backhoe.
I heard a backhoe.
That's what he said.
They got a backhoe.
That's what he said.
Whatever. So
I'm just checking.
A
he's like-
backhoe.
he's like, these fucking kids. So he's fishtailing, and he fucking
All
hits
his
the
stories
brakes.
ends and start with fish tail.
No, but he would do that like a lunatic, and I'm like, dude, it's not.
Like in the movies.
Why are you doing this? And he's like, I
That's
fucking.
pretty cool. You
he's-
gotta give him
No,
props.
He's
yeah.
doing this thing and fucking, and I'm like,
Was he good at it? Was he
no,
good at
He was a beast.
Then
He was
it's
a beast.
awesome.
No, but I told him, bro.
That's called being un buffer.
No, for entertainment.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
that's
great.
part of it. That's part of being a buffet.
He's super jacked up his Mustang. He would do donuts constantly and just fucking a spiral of smoke like a lunatic. Which that was fun one time. Oh, that shit was classic, guy. The car's full of people. There's 3 couples. There's fucking chicks sitting on top in the back. You know how small the back of a Mustang is?
Yes.
It's tiny as fuck. So we're back there and the girl's on top. It's a fucking disaster. And he's drunk and he's
But they're cool
laughing.
cars.
He had done a bunch of fucking things and he punched it and he forgot this one little area was a fucking rise turn like this and he fucking launched like a ramp.
What?
Boom onto. We're all fucking like, oh, fucking back. And he's like, oh, my car's stuck. Hey, he can't move the car on a railroad track.
No.
And we bail out and he's like, help me push it. I'm like, guy, I can barely walk, man. You destroyed my back. It was awesome. The tow truck had to come. He's
He's
like,
a
I'm a
good
cop.
time.
I'm a cop.
He's like,
The guy's a lunatic. So the cop thing, brushing the troopers, he would do all the time. And none of that shit bothered me. But with the 150, bro, I go listen. I would look, I don't get scared of stuff. I'm like, listen, I'm right behind his ear. He's driving, he's drunk because people
my
see
God.
you and they start hitting the brakes.
Oh my god.
So I'm like, bro,
Oh my God.
it's not you. Because
No,
he's
hey,
done it.
you're one step away from a
Yeah.
breathing machine.
No,
yeah.
I said,
Dude,
that's why I
that's
go,
exactly
at
right.
150, At 150, no one's surviving. And if you survive, you want to be dead.
Yeah.
Kill me.
Yeah.
Kill me.
No, that happened to me once too. That happened
No,
to me
that's
once too.
happened several times,
I had a
but I never fucking rode with that guy again.
That's
This
not
guy
fun,
rode
bro.
him a bunch
That's
because it
not
was
fun.
always a party.
I had
and all that
a
shit.
girlfriend when I was in California who didn't know her dad. And
Oh my God, daddy issues.
no, dude, she was insane.
But he didn't
So,
bang her because he only
Didn't
banged
know
two chicks.
she didn't know her dad, and then when she turned 18,
Wait, hold on a second. I just thought of something. Are
Andy,
you doing
you're
that?
doing what we said you weren't gonna do. Let
Are
him tell
you
the story.
doing what girls do that they only claim the boyfriends as banging, or are you literally have
I'm
only stuck
confused.
your dick in two chicks?
No, it's a joke. I'm going along with the joke.
Oh, okay. I was thinking. Fucking
Sorry,
ridiculous.
sorry.
It was 3.
sorry. We'll edit that out so everyone still believes it.
No, I thought it was literal.
no.
Sorry. I'm
Come on.
sorry.
So
Keep it special.
so this girl has daddy issues,
Okay.
and
Those are the best.
yeah. So at some point she, the guy,
How was the sex? That's
the
we can't
guy-
even
oh,
stop.
she's crazy.
That's
She's crazy.
something.
So the guy that claimed he was her father, disappeared
Got it.
when he told her that
Keep talking.
he's the dad. And then when she was, I don't know, 23 or something like that, he popped up again and wanted to be part of her life. So we
her
drove
face.
down to San Diego.
No,
I'm
so
talking to
you
the guy.
did the mistake, of driving.
And the
us.
guy, so the guy owns a like a Ford dealership down in San Diego. Bless you. And then we take some Shelby Mustang. We take some Shelby Mustang, like the 500 GT Mustang.
Yeah,
That was like 500 horsepower or
badass,
whatever. Dude, it was
badass.
insane. It was
Yeah.
a fast car. And we're going to go drive down to his house. So we pile into the car. There's a 2-seater car. It didn't have a back seat. So my girlfriend, his supposed daughter, is sitting in the front seat without a seatbelt, and he's driving. And we go down. We go down the freeway, dude. We are literally doing 100.
Who's driving?
He is. He's driving, and I'm in the passenger seat with my seatbelt, and my
Scared,
girlfriend-
horrified.
No, well, my girlfriend is now sitting on my lap without a seatbelt, and he's going to drive us to his house from his work. He owned that dealership, so he said, and we're doing literally 150 miles per hour on the freeway, weaving in and out of cars. It's not like it was wide open and we were just hauling ass in a
barely
straight
making
line.
it.
Dude, it was
Yeah, it's
insane.
crazy. That's
I was literally in tears.
Yeah,
I thought I was
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
die.
yeah.
I didn't know what to do. And my
That's the worst
retarded,
feeling. That's
my
the worst
retarded,
feeling.
I felt helpless.
Yeah.
I felt helpless.
Yeah, yeah.
My retarded girlfriend is sitting on my lap without a seatbelt, laughing and enjoying every second. She was insane.
It's not fun.
I thought I was gonna. I realized I had no control over my life and that I might die.
Yes. You know what? It's no fun. Being paralyzed after and realizing I could have stopped this.
Yeah, for real. And so
Disintegration.
she
Hair,
realized
teeth, and nails.
That's what I would tell this
Hair,
guy.
teeth, and nails.
And after like the second time he didn't listen, I was like, bro, I'm never going with this guy in this car again.
It's not worth it.
He would do crazy shit. He would shoot and then kick you out of the car. He's fucking lunatic. Leave you for like 10 minutes and then you're just
That's pretty
walking.
good too. That's pretty good
He would
too.
do a bunch of crazy shit.
That's pretty good.
And he was fucking
He
hilarious.
had a good time.
And I
Fuck
imagine,
yeah, no, for sure.
do you think he was just a one-off, or there was more cops like him?
Not like that. Not like that.
No?
I know there's cops that are aggressive. There's cops that like fucking chick. There's a lot of every bad thing of everybody that there could be. But he was his own little lunatic. He's a jammer and a half.
He was
And
a
the
Mr.
funny
M
thing is
as a
his
cop.
brother
Yeah.
was like the most straight guy ever.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, bro, how the fuck? And he would say like he was bad sperm that like fell on the floor, and then his mom sat on the fucking sperm or something. Because everybody was like tall and good looking. It was his little fucking spit popped out like a crazy lunatic. But what else did he do? Bunch of crazy.
How many pictures of crimes would you say you have?
What do you mean pictures of crimes?
Pictures of him committing crimes.
Oh, wow. No shit.
Oh, committee? I don't know. I mean,
Andy's doing a motion with his hand,
Yeah.
saying a lot.
he
There's
was
not-
one of the guys that, remember I told you the banging and filming?
Mhm.
He was one of those guys.
Oh, with the
There's
helmet?
A couple other. Yeah.
Episode
he was one of
3
those
or
guys.
4?
I mean, is that a crime? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Everything's a fucking crime.
Statute of
Everything.
limitations on that is gone.
Anyway,
I think.
what else?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh? There's a bunch. Oh, the backhoe story. I didn't get to the back. So
The
he's like,
backhoe
"These
story.
fucking kids."
Backhoe.
Oh, so that one was funny because again we're eating at Bayside getting coffee.
Andrew?
Oh my God. He's like, man, fucking kids, and he doesn't like say anything. He's just like running to the car because he loved to like be the cowboy and get there first and fucking get the arrest or
The
whatever.
dick.
Yeah, but at least he was doing work, you know. Whatever. So he's fucking whatever, fucking hightail with the lights and everything. He hits the brakes. He does like 3 turns, like a fucking movie in the street.
Biscayne?
It's like where Mo lives, or further. You know, like on this side of the highway, but like that one street. No, like you know, like the. No, you know how like the highways here, and then there's a street on the road here? It's one of those, but it's more by like Liberty City. It's like that type of shit, but whatever.
Like a
I'm not
perimeter road type of thing?
familiar with that area. Whatever. So he like would cut from Bayside and go down that street because I guess that street didn't have a lot of people, whatever.
Uh-huh.
So he, like starting to get to the hood where all the calls came. Almost all the calls were over there. Oh, one time, let me forget the Bayside story of the guys in the same outfit. Polka dots.
Okay.
Polka dots. So, see, there's a lot of stories that I'm not even going to remember because there's just so many. So, that too. So, he does this like spinning fucking ridiculous thing, and I'm like feet up on the fucking
He's
ceiling.
driving.
He goes, Wonka, you gotta see this or hear this. He goes, like that, and then I'm like, oh, we're gonna crash. He lost control. He finally lost control at 100.
So you're spinning.
We do like no this is how I get my feet down and I just go I just put my arms
literally
like,
like when people think of like, oh, my life flashed before my eyes, it's that. It's
but it would happen like all the time.
What?
So he would always do the fishtailing, like I said, and he would always drive on the wrong side of the road, but he had the lights blaring and whatever. So he does this fucking maneuver, which he would normally do once in a while, overdo it and then have to like correct, you know? So he does fucking 3 circles and I'm like, we're dying. Well, he's lost it. I'm not even looking. I'm just fucking like, and he goes backwards like that, like if it's a fucking movie, right next to a fucking chick in traffic, stops like his window's like this. And he's like, hey, you never fucking call me. And I'm like, this motherfucker. I go, this motherfucker. And then she's
microphone.
Like, oh,
microphone.
I didn't know that was you. And she goes, I'll call you. And he's like, you're a fucking bitch. And he
awesome.
peels out. And I go, this fucking guy's crazy. I'm going to tell these people and they're not going to fucking believe me. Like, the guy that arrested him, or the other friend. So he's like, that fucking bitch is the best. He's talking while he's fucking 100 miles an hour again. So then we go, and he's driving like fucking like on the hunt. He's driving around Liberty City, cutting through whatever, right? And he goes, fucking got you. And he fucking like 2 blocks. And he fucking like locks up the brakes. He's fucking fishtailing. He's fishtailing, and then I see a fucking backhoe going like 2 miles an hour.
Backhoe.
Backhoe down the fucking road, but going super slow, like 2 miles an hour, 5 miles an hour. So he goes, come, get the wheel. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I have to crawl over. It has like the bench seat.
Right.
I crawl over, and he's fucking climbed to the front of the car. We're going slow, but still.
I did that once, like a driver changed at speed on the freeway.
Yeah, but he climbs to the hood.
It's retarded.
Yeah, I've done that too. It's pretty fun.
He climbs to the hood of the car.
Done drive
He's a little fat guy.
You ever done drive
You
fucking?
two are like athletic. You two are athletic. Drive fucking or head?
No, drive.
Oh, head is.
Drive fucking no.
Drive
Head is hard to
Drive fucking is good. It's a pain in the ass to get it in, but once you get that bad boy,
that's a tough one.
I'd imagine it has to be a small chick so you can still fucking
The
see.
problem is you can't concentrate, and then you fucking crash. Or
No,
either crashing or you can't enjoy
like
it.
a racehorse.
Or a show pony. So this fucking, I'm driving now, and this lunatic's on the hood of the car. Get closer, and I'm like, and it's like a little kid, like a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old or something like that, right?
Grabbing the backhoe.
So he fucking like gets mad and he jumps off and he fucking like
he thinks he's in
fat.
a fucking movie.
He's fat. He's a little
That's
fat.
awesome.
He starts running, but he can't. The guy sped up or whatever. Now he can't catch it.
Pick me up.
And he's like, looks at me and he's like mad, like that I fucked the thing up. I didn't want to get too close. I didn't want to hit the whatever. So he's like, he looks at me like pissed, and he looks at the thing and he starts sprinting. Imagine how fat. It's like Juan doing it or something. He's a little fat guy. Not that fat, but whatever. So he finally fucking catches on. He fucking gets up there. He rips the kid out. They're still moving. He rips the kid out. The kid fucking on the street. I'm like, coño, that's a little kid.
And he's 10, you're saying.
He gets up. He fucking turns the thing off. He fucking kind of crashes into like a fence.
Kind of crashes
or whatever. but he slowed it down.
He kind of raped her.
Then he goes, he comes back, right? And I'm stopped, and the kid's on the floor, like half out. The kid's like this, like on the street, right?
He might be dead or paralyzed.
He comes over and he starts beating the fuck out of the kid, dude, hard. Like
after the kid's already down on the ground.
He's on the floor like this.
Oh wow! So the kid's like knocked out.
Not knocked out.
The kid's almost in like the recovery position.
Yeah. Right. He's like this, and I'm like, don't move. So like he comes over.
Wait! Grab the microphone.
Boom! Sorry. He comes over.
Your friend.
He's fucking wailing in the kid's face.
And he's 10.
Like 6 times. He hits him full blast. The kid doesn't even move. The kid's just fucking. Oh. Bad. I was like, oof. So then, whatever. We take him back. And then when they go back to the station, I don't know why, but 2 other cops came. They had like a little holding cell, but it's like partition-ish.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like walls, real walls. 2 other cops went in and just beat the fuck out of the kid.
Out of the
kid?
I'm
like, God damn, fucking people are playing around. The kid's fucking in this little like rubber room, kind of. Like maybe like half the size of this room.
Okay, so maybe
and
8 by 10.
The fucking them that the fucking like that drop ceiling is like fucking shaking, and the whole fucking like room is shaking. I don't know what the police station is made of, but the whole thing was like, I was like, God, these fucking people are insane.
Wow.
I guess they were trying to get him to rat out a friend or something. I don't know what the fucking deal was. So I was like, so I feel like that happened a lot.
Yeah.
Or worse. There was a bunch of stuff.
Or worse.
So then
Okay.
we get it. So to show you that he's not a dick, he's just aggressive. He's not really a dick. So they get a call, and I hear the call, and it's.
He's not, what was that statement again?
He's aggressive. He's not a dick.
He's aggressive. So you're going to say he's never crossed the lines? Let's say.
I mean, I don't know what he did. I saw what he did. He was funny, insane.
So he was funny. It was a joke.
Was he a danger to people that were not with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever. So anyway, so we get the call, and it's they stole a purse, and it's 3 black young like males, like 15, and they have
African American is the correct term.
like red polka dots.
Nigga, we ain't from Africa.
I don't remember exactly
they say black
configuration, but it was 3 guys, and it was red polka dot, right? Let's say, for example, it could have been blue or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then like green stripes with white, and then the other guy was like black, like fucking Steelers jersey.
So a particular dress.
Yeah. So as soon as we pull in
description
to the fucking Bayside thing that he pulls into, 3 fucking black kids wearing basically the same thing. One thing might have been off a little, whatever. I go, oh, that's fucking them. It's this is awesome.
You made a positive ID.
He goes, that's not them, and I'm like, what? They're fucking black. They're wearing the exact. What's the chances, number wise, that that's anything close to that? Mm-hmm. And then he's like, nah, they would have started bolting. I know what I'm doing. Trust me. And so he gets out and he's like, hey, what are you guys doing here? And they're like, oh no, we're just whatever. He's like, all right, get out of here. And I'm like, you're crazy. You're letting them go. And he goes, bro, trust me, that's not them. And then like 2 minutes later, oh yeah, we got him on the other side of fucking base. I told you. They're nervous. They get nervous. They'll run. They see the cops if they did something bad, and they'll run away. So he's not a total dick. I would have arrested those guys, but I don't know what I'm doing. So
that's the he's a nice guy story.
He is a nice guy. He's just a little crazy.
Wonky, you have to lift up your flag. The nice guy or not a nice guy?
Who?
Nah, he's a nice guy.
Wonky's not even paying attention.
When he's not committing multiple felonies to innocent bystanders.
He didn't do multiple. What? What did he do?
Did he fire his weapon?
I will recuse myself.
Okay, did he? Yes or no?
You haven't done that?
You see
snap.
I have not. May the record show.
You used to go shoot in the Everglades?
No. I would go to the range, the Glades. But maybe camping on Peace River.
Did you shoot your gun outside?
Probably. Although I didn't have a gun.
Dale.
When I was a kid, it was my parents' gun.
Did you shoot it up in the air?
No.
It's the same thing.
Cans in the...
That's not that bad.
Yeah.
I was saying, he's
Peace
not
River.
a bad guy. Just...
Misunderstood. Andy forgave him.
No, I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, what are you going to say? That Cowboys were bad or fucking... You know, it's a different time, a different place. job required or whatever.
I love
Alright.
excuses.
Let me try to remember some more. It's not excuses,
nothing
guy.
was
You
bad.
can't.
Well, there was that one
You
time.
can't. Let's say me and you, the three of us, we come over on the boat. and
Poppy, I can hear you
it's
breathing.
us on that island. It's us on that
you
island,
doing
and we
mini
run out of
Darth Vader?
food.
Right.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna have to eat the natives. It's just the reality. We're gonna either die, or we're gonna eat the natives.
No. Okay.
You could eat plants.
So you're saying that he did what he had to do.
no, in a certain situation.
When in
people
Rome.
do different things.
When in Rome is what you're saying.
Sort of,
Okay.
kind of. Eh. It was a bit
It's what we did.
okay, but you know what? Who's gonna fix those German tourist things?
What do you mean? Who's going
Only people like that are gonna fix that.
Why don't you say the word you want to say? Super predator.
to fix the super predator? Where did we hear that?
The
earlier
people
today?
killing the German tourists, or
Yeah,
the cops,
No, like
or the
like,
cops killing the killers of the German tourists.
I think they're saying super predator. Like people do crazy, like a carjacking with something else behind it, and like crazy, like a spree that's crazy. That involves shooting people in the face to steal nothing, barely.
Yeah, he was tough too. I was only doing judo, so it's not the same. But right when that was like the right in the beginning of the UFC and all that, and I started doing judo, and then I'm like, I'll fuck you up, and he's like, that shit doesn't work. I'll fuck you up.
Listen
so
here.
we would fight all the time, and he would do pretty good for not knowing anything. You know, he would survive, and he would fucking put you on the floor and whatever, slam you around a little bit.
Although at that point you didn't know anything.
I didn't know much. I didn't know barely.
Speaking
Especially
of which,
from the bottom, but standing, I knew a little bit.
speaking of which, before we started this,
Yes.
I was having dinner, in front of the
Yes, sir.
jiu-jitsu studio that's nearby.
Right.
I can understand what you guys are saying now.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
pretty ridiculous. At least what I saw. What I saw was
Yes.
this is the move to
Right.
get out of a guillotine, and the other person has to be super compliant.
Which guillotine is it?
So somebody has a guillotine on you,
Yeah.
and the defense is you push down on their leg to get their
Yeah.
hips away from you.
Yeah.
It
And then you
depends which
drop
kind
down
they're
to the
doing.
floor.
It depends which
Uh-huh.
kind they're doing.
You drop down on the
You
ground
sit.
and you roll them back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but that
No,
works.
that works.
That works.
Cachajora did that in
No, it works.
Pride.
It works. It works. It works if when you're going in for a shot or something.
Yeah.
and
It's
they
when the
get
guy's
your
bent
head,
over you.
They get your head. You do it right away. So as soon as he grabs it, he has to let it go.
Or
you're
he'll
gonna end up
face
in the
plant, he'll get
bottom.
knocked out. That
or
works.
face
Okay,
plant.
or your face plant. Okay.
That
yeah,
works.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna let go. If the guy doesn't know anything,
You know Cachajora, Ricardo Almeida, he's like a
No.
Henzo guy. He's up there.
Well, I
in
know
Jersey.
Almeida. Who's
yeah,
Cachajora?
Almeida's Cachajora.
Cachajora's his
Okay.
nickname.
I didn't know
dog.
that.
He's a big gringo looking Brazilian. But anyway, somebody got him in a pride fight and a guillotine. And the thing is, the first defense is like this. And so,
So the
if
guy
the
can't
guy,
straighten out the
if
back.
the guy's straight, but if the guy's bent over, you
Breaking
can't
his-
do that. 'cause
breaking
you're
his
like,
posture. You break his posture, so he doesn't have strength.
Right.
over you. Can't. It's not gonna work.
Right.
So that does work there. So
Yeah.
you know what they do is not
Matt
bad.
Hughes caught him in a
What
Huh?
Matt Hughes caught him in like a
Yeah, but that was
wrestling joke.
fucking. But
That
the
was
cage,
different. That
the
was
cage,
that was
yeah.
on the floor, and that was that front headlock that wrestlers do.
Right.
and with on the cage.
No, it was like in the middle of the ring.
His feet were on the cage.
I don't know. But,
Cachajora had driven him into the cage
yeah.
because he didn't have anywhere to go, so he drove forward. But
No,
what he
Matt
did was he
Hughes-
blocked
Matt
him.
Hughes did it to him.
No, it was the other way around. Cachajora went like for a takedown, or he snatched him down, and then he got him in the front headlock, which is like
Matt
a
Hughes did it to Cachajora.
yeah.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying.
But Cachajora drove him into the fence, so his feet were on the fence.
Oh.
Matt Hughes' feet were on the fence.
Okay.
You can look it up.
Yeah, okay, but
Okay.
it's still the fence help.
No,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I think
it
it would
did,
have
it did,
tapped
it
him
did.
out anyway. Because
No,
that'll
no,
tap.
I know,
If you
I
get
know.
your leg stopped there, it's over. That
I know,
thing's
but
over.
when you have something helping you behind it, it helps
yeah,
you
yeah,
more.
yeah. And maybe that was the thing.
Look
Maybe
at
you
it.
have a point. Yeah. So Almeida versus Matt Hughes
Yeah.
front headlock choke. So,
But yeah,
but
well, from what I was seeing, it
their
required
moves
compliance
are
on the guy.
Fine, it works. The problem is other things, not that.
What do you mean?
I mean, whatever
The
problem.
answer to that. The answer to that.
Yeah. Work, whatever. The problem is you got to roll to get timing. You got to fight.
No, the guy either has to let go or eat the mat, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so why don't they roll?
Because that leads to competitiveness and that leads to injuries and all the things that make you less money as a business owner.
So people may get hurt and then not go to class?
That's one aspect. Another aspect is if you get stressed and you get beat by someone who's
Mo has
stronger.
some good stories.
Mo has good stories.
Yeah.
About
Let's hear some stories.
We could go off the record with this, your little professor, the stuff he's been up to.
Professor.
He's been up to some fun stuff.
Professor.
Okay, yeah, here's the Matt Hughes thing.
Okay. You show it. You watch it and show it to us. So, yeah, they work and nothing's bad with that, but. Oh, maybe I was wrong. But the unconscious part is funny.
Yeah, that's like not a choke that you don't really see.
Yeah, but that'll choke you.
Well, big strong guy grabbing your neck.
Yeah, but what he did was he adjusted that. Because the front headlock is like the guillotine.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not meant. You're not supposed to choke in wrestling. If you choke the guy, you lose.
Correct.
You just disqualified yourself.
There's like a triangle from like an inverted triangle. Inverted arm triangle.
Yeah, it's kind of like the beginning of like an anaconda or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've seen like wrestlers where they put the leg and they kind of lock you in there. You're pretty fucked.
Oh yeah, no.
There's a lot of little tricks.
There's some things that they get your head. Your head's gonna come off your fucking neck. You might be able to get off, but
that's what I'm saying. Those are no-gi things.
You want to risk a big injury?
That if you don't spend a lot of time doing no-gi, like if you think I'm going to do gi and then once in a while, you're not going to learn shit like that. And then you're not going to be as good as if you just did no-gi or you just spent more time doing no-gi.
Well, I can apply more no-gi stuff to gi than I can the other way.
Gi's not bad, but if you're just going to maximize your time.
Yeah.
If you're going to maximize your time, like Wonky barely trains. So for a guy like him, why is he going to put the fucking
I'm going to put the gi on, bro.
Doesn't give a fuck about the gi anyway. And like I like it,
but I don't see anything. I really don't see anything against it. I just hate it for myself.
Yeah,
but it's like anything. I don't give a fuck.
And you had a super bad experience.
Huh?
Yeah, and you had a super bad experience with the school that was gi.
No, actually,
my thing with that football player is the reason that I don't really give a shit about the gi. Because that false sense of security, that's a real thing. People start to believe they're better than they really are. Because with the gi, you can get good. You could have your little tricks with the gi and.
But when everything starts slipping, it's
when there's punches and elbows coming and headbutts, and you're used to grabbing a collar and you're a badass with a collar,
right?
You should have probably worked on standing up.
But I think it's like everything else. Some people, if you think it helps you, it helps you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to. A lot of shit is mental.
Yeah, you got to be not afraid to escalate. That's my problem.
Nah, it's a lot of shit. Whatever.
EBI Combat.
Can't wait. It's going to be great.
Wonky
should join.
For real.
Oh,
He's scared.
Oh, yeah.
He's scared, though. He's never going to
He is a little scared.
No, not a little scared.
It'd be great if Wonky's first competition is like a huge invitational.
What's that?
Fancy shit.
I don't know.
Wonky's into shit like that. I'll never sign up to one of
Animated
those
GIF.
things. Art, magazine, fucking shittiness. He's into being fancy.
Wonky just showed us some.
Put it this way:
animated
right now,
GIF.
if I could have one thing in my hand, it'd be an amelet.
An amulet?
Jammer.
Yeah. You guys don't know what an amulet is?
Yeah, but what would you do with that?
That's it. To make it fancy.
Ay, qué lindo.
And look,
and a tiara.
And the little eye thing was it, the little glasses.
The tiara's too hard.
Monocle. Oh, yeah.
A monocle, maybe.
And
a top hat.
Yeah, a top hat and a little mustache.
A top hat is fine.
The Petey mustache.
Petey.
The handlebar.
Gentlemen, what's the next topic? Oh, wise guy. So what
Speaking
else?
of weird, what was up with that picture?
Which picture?
That Sergio sent.
Holy fuck, cockpick. Why would you put a cockpick?
I don't know.
Why would you put a cockpit
jammer.
with no plane?
He's such a fucking weird jammer.
Dude.
He really is a jammer.
When I got that picture, I was like, would I ever send a picture like that?
Yeah.
No.
Those people are awesome.
Okay,
I didn't
for
even
those
know
of
what
you
it
that
was.
didn't-
It
for
was
those
the
of you that
toilet.
didn't see the picture,
Everybody listening to this, the two people.
Sergio sent out a picture of him in a dark bathroom, lit by like a green, lighting that was like lighting up from the ground.
Yeah.
And he's sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, but he's sitting up so that you can see his dick.
Right.
He's not like sitting his butt on the seat. He's like suspended in midair.
Was he?
So
He was
you
like
can see his cock.
Semi standing. He was squatting.
Yeah, it was a
Okay.
very strange pose to show you his cock.
And then he sent that to the group of us.
A bunch of guys, 12 guys. Why would you do that?
I don't know.
With your cock out.
Should I put my cock back away? Is what I'm just asking.
Do you remember that picture?
No, what I don't understand is listen, you can send the picture with your cock out. You know how I'm going to give it to you? When it's inside of a hot chick, when it's near two hot chicks' faces.
Right.
Stop me if I'm wrong here at any moment.
That's fine.
Right.
If it's any variation like that, those fucking awesome. You're hard cock different for no reason. I'm just saying, is that bait? Are you chumming? Or?
Well, so then the next day, I go in there and he's training those 3 or 4 guys that he trains, and I go, "Guy, what's your problem? Are you fucking weird? What's wrong with you?" He goes, "Guy, I got the hottest chick last night. All this shit.
You forgave
He
him.
banged this thing." And I go, "Put the pictures up," and he goes, "Yeah, I was thinking of doing that." I go, "Just do it because that dick pic is everybody's really."
Everybody's weirded out?
Yeah, you crossed the line just to bring yourself back. He's like, all right, I'm going to do it. I took a bunch of pictures of her. I was eating around or whatever. And I go, okay, deal.
And
So,
were those
do you
those
remember
pictures that
the
he sent?
Instagram pic he did like 2 or 3
No, but
years
he
ago?
put the
No, but you
pictures up.
talked about it.
He
He put the pictures up?
Yeah,
So there was a
I saw
mirror
some
like
pictures
good?
today. I
Huh?
saw some pictures today.
He was holding onto the camera, like the phone.
No, but the
taking
pictures were good. They were
Yeah.
quality.
But he put up a
Yours
picture.
of, is that?
No, that's like a picture I saw. I go
Yeah,
walking
in
the
your apartment.
podcast.
I don't know what that is.
So anyway,
It's a big,
My eyes aren't that good.
it's a bong, dick bong.
it's a
Oh, it's
schlong.
a dick bomb.
It's a schlong.
Schlong bong. So like 2 or 3 years ago on Instagram,
Is this the
Not
picture
the
where
group.
he's naked, sitting in like
he's
Indian
naked,
style?
sitting against, facing a mirror like that.
This looks like
So he crossed his feet like a chick would cross her feet to do like an artistic
to hide her vagina.
to hide her vagina. But he hit his cock and balls so that he's naked. Do you understand? He's a man.
who's this?
Right.
Sergio, you remember like
Sergio.
2 or 3 years ago he did the pic on Instagram? It's probably still on Instagram if you go look at it. But it's 2 or 3 years ago. He's in a full length mirror like that, sitting on the floor like a chick with his legs crossed like this. I can't even do it. And then he's naked.
What? He was
that his-
melancholy.
He
He was if I had to say one word, he was melancholy.
And same thing. I was like, Sergio, what the fuck's your problem? He's, oh no, I'm creative, I'm artistic. I'm like, no, you're fucking gay. It's like gay is not artistic. and
There's
creative.
allegedly a picture of him. I don't know because I don't want to be the naysayer. With him in the gym sitting on the
I
thing and
saw
a
it.
G-string is coming out.
I saw it. Megan
Like,
took that.
A G-string is coming out of the back of his shirt.
Awesome.
Not a G-string, a whale tail.
Right, right.
Like
What's a
what's the-
whale
a whale
tail?
tail's the top of the G-string. Like
no,
the top of the
like
underwear.
The top
the
is
thong.
a little thicker.
It's like a thong.
A thong,
The
yeah,
underwear.
a thong. So
But
really,
whale tail
But
is
a thong is
if you're a
whale tail
man-
was a name given to I can see the underwear outside of a chick's pants. Oh, look, it's a whale tail. It's coming out of the ocean.
yeah, it
like
looks like a
whale's
tail, right? Because a little thicker at the top.
Right.
G-string is just a string.
Whatever.
Whatever. But
It's all the same.
unless you got that as a gift from a chick, it's gay. There's no other way of getting that unless you're French or Brazilian.
I don't think it makes you gay, but
It
I don't
makes
know
you
any
gay.
straight guys that are wearing
Exactly.
that.
Okay, close enough. Whatever.
If you're not gay, you're wearing a gay guy's
Nah,
costume.
G-string is too much. I like the little sexy underwears. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
That's awesome.
No, not fucking small gay sexy. Regular.
That's gay as fuck.
Say that again?
You wear only what? The old fucking Fruit of the Looms?
Yeah, we're fucking like boxers.
You wear Fruit of the Looms too?
No, I used to wear boxers, but now it's like the tight, like a
Yeah, that's what I wear. That's what I wear.
like,
Not boxers.
like boxer briefs is what
Yeah,
I'm wearing
that.
Boxer brief.
now.
Yeah, I got them on. You want to see them?
Yeah, let me see.
For real?
Little homo.
Is it homo? There's 3 of us, though.
That doesn't make it gay.
This is already gay. Just coming here and doing this, guy. We're not making money off of this shit. Guy, wow. Those are sexy. But I go gay a step gayer. That's what I'm saying. But it's gayer's more comfortable. You want soft materials. You want cotton blend, mostly cotton. So the balls could breathe. You don't want you don't want nylon balls. For training. Yeah. Yeah, because if not, it gets soaked.
So I understand what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Like briefs, like jockeys. Is that what
Yeah,
Juanqui's
these are
talking about?
cotton. Oh my, yeah, I'm the same way then. I just never thought about it.
No,
What?
but
I just thought this feels better on my balls all day, and then the other one looks better.
I wear those. Those are like regular day ones, but
Right.
I
Right. I don't wear underwear. I wear
A step
those
gator is
running
like
shorts.
shorter than that.
Yeah, and thinner material.
But that's
That's
for
for
chicks to
basically
see it.
a-
Oh,
but they're
everybody has
comfortable, but
fancy
they're
underwear.
comfortable.
Yeah, yeah, all right.
Not fancy underwear, guy.
Chick underwear. So you want a chick to look at it.
No, you want to stick your dick inside of it.
Yeah, but you're only wearing that because you want the chick to see it.
No, it's coming.
Oh, you're gay.
No, whatever.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever worn those like the Brazilian tight
The sunga?
No.
no the fighter shorts
No.
at the beach?
No.
Super comfy. Super comfy.
At the beach?
Once you get over the issue of people looking at your junk,
It's nah.
One, if you don't
It's super
talk
comfy.
and you have a fake accent, you're good.
Yeah.
super comfy.
Yeah, they are super comfy. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
worn them.
At
but
first,
not the, not the
I wore
Brazilian
them
stuff.
like as a joke, and then I was like, "This is
No,
super
I didn't
comfy,"
wear them
and then
as a
I
joke.
wore
them
them.
serious as fuck. They're
Yeah.
comfortable as fuck.
Super
That's not for
comfy.
me.
They're gay.
We went once like the Dominican. It was like $400 all inclusive for like a week or something.
Hedonism too.
Some shit like that.
All right.
So all these guys were going, hey, whatever. So I went. So when we went, there was a bunch of German tourists there, and they were all wearing that.
Mm-hmm.
And we had brought like a DJ, and we like fucking ran that place over. So all these like Miami Cubans were like just being obnoxious the whole time. So they would come up and try to dance, and I'm like 25. Yeah. And then guys would be like laughing, like, you're smuggling grapes. And then the Germans didn't understand. So they like think they're like partying with the fucking
Yes,
stick.
yes, yes.
So then these guys were just like throwing these guys, fucking being dicks to the Germans. That was our week. Until we got too crazy, and then they had all their security come around with machetes. It's pretty horrifying.
It's not good.
No, it's not. It's scary. It doesn't sound like much here right now, but when a guy's standing there with a machete and he's like, hey.
Yeah. No, you
You're
go
like,
wherever he's pointing.
Okay, don't hack my arm off, please.
Of course.
That's no bueno. And then my buddy's chick was there because she had gone to medical school there because she couldn't get into medical school here.
Right.
So did I tell the story already?
No.
Just
I don't
dumb,
want to
huh?
repeat the story.
Just dumb.
So she goes, we go to eat like at a restaurant, like off of the place.
Mhm.
Because on the place they had everything. You didn't have to leave. It was nice as fuck.
So why would you leave?
Because she's
Oh, she's from there.
Dominican, but I don't think she's from there, but she's going to school there.
Okay.
She's from New York.
Got it.
Nah, she's from here, but whatever. So we go to some restaurant and like whatever. And when we go, it's nice as fuck. It's like on a fucking mountain or
Where?
cliff or something.
Where?
The resort was Casa del Campo. I don't know where the
Oh,
restaurant
yeah,
was.
it's fucking nice as fuck.
So-
It's one of the nicest places over there,
So
which I haven't been to.
we sit down like a nice restaurant, right? For there, whatever. And she's like, psst, like she's snapping her fingers, and we're me that I'm a scumbag. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, oh no, that's how you talk to him here. She's like being the biggest fucking asshole. And then they come over and she's like being just a fucking bitch to the like ordering them around and literally snapping her fingers. Like she's not joking. And she said, no, you don't understand. You have to do that. They don't listen. Like the whole thing was extremely
Demeaning.
obnoxious.
Demeaning.
Very bad. When I think it's obnoxious, it's probably obnoxious.
You probably thought it was obnoxious because it was a girl or a chick doing it.
No.
But would have been one
Really?
of your buddies.
Do
that
that
would've been
to
laughing.
anybody. It's
Really?
fucking terrible, dude.
It-
No, you're not joking.
horrible.
I
That
do it
is
as a
horrible.
joke.
That
I
is
think it's
horrible.
funny.
That's
But dude,
embarrassing.
hey, psst, get my fucking water.
To me, that's
bro.
embarrassing. You like, yeah, but Mo,
That's fucking
under your
ridiculous.
Janet Reno-ness, you are an elitist Cuban that you want to treat the help
I
bad.
mean, I can't
No,
do that.
I don't
I
think so.
can't do that.
A little
to
bit. Look,
anybody.
No.
No,
I'm super
and
nice to
another
everybody.
thing is like when we got there, my
a little
buddy-
bit. Look,
Yeah.
a buddy of mine was selling like working. He was selling like air sales for airplane parts.
Uh-huh.
He was all into that shit. But when we're flying in, there's a cheeky hut, right? And then I'm like, what the fuck is that? Big ass cheeky hut. And then he goes, oh, that's the airport. And I'm like, ha ha ha. And where we land, and it is the fucking airport.
Wow.
It's open. There's no fucking. You get off, and there's no fucking walls or anything. It's just fucking sticks.
Yeah, it's like that in the
Holding
Bahamas.
up a fucking cheeky. And there's a guy standing there with like a little podium, and he's like,
Welcome.
customs. You can go in any direction. Like, this way. And he's there with a little stamp. And then when we get on the thing, it's a week. And then I'm all excited because it was only $400. Are we done here?
No, I'm
You
just
looking at your watch?
No, I got a message.
So he, so.
on your watch?
Yeah.
Fancy.
So, and like I said,
That's
I'm pretty
cool.
heartless. And I think I'd make fun of retards. Like, I mean, I don't. But when we're driving on the fucking Greyhound bus to a nice fucking place where all the food's included, it's fucking crazy. on the way over there on the highway, there was a bunch of like little like cardboard houses with little kids in there, and I was like, ugh. It ruined like 3 days for me. Even me, I'm pretty heartless. I
don't believe that.
Oof. I didn't need to see that level of poverty. I can't handle that. That stuff. There's like a little kid naked with a goat. Like he's walking around with a goat. Like it's just him, I think, and his goat, or maybe like one other. That's not easy. So
yeah.
It's kind of rough. I can't. I had that ruined my trip for like 3 days, and after that, I got over it.
I mean,
but,
is the kid in pain or?
No,
or
but I mean, it's pretty to go and like, hey, we're having fun and fucking.
Well, it's. I mean, it's
to party
it's a
after
wake up
you
call.
see like a horrible, sad thing that I never see.
Right.
That level of whatever.
No, but I mean, a lot
rough.
of times those people are okay. Like they're happy.
Yeah, most of the world's fucking.
Yeah.
Most of the world is what?
Like
whatever.
living on like less than $2 a day and a fucking disaster.
You keep saying that like that's the commercial that when we were young. The fact.
I don't know, bro. I get shit in my head and it becomes real. I never
No,
investigate.
it's because it is real.
Yeah.
In your head.
It's real to me.
In your head.
Why do I always tell stories? You guys never fucking tell any stories. I got more stories
tell
from that
stories.
trip. If you guys want to hear stories
Yeah.
from that trip.
You know, I've told stories. The person who has not told any stories is sitting on the couch on his
he
phone.
He throws in a joke or two.
He's probably
he
researching. He's probably researching a story that he's
every
going to tell.
No,
of
he's
course.
he's talking.
When he tells a story, it's going to be epic.
He's
I can't
talking
wait.
to chicks on
It's gonna be
the
epic.
chat.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
He doesn't contribute much, but man.
He does contribute the beer,
So
marijuana,
freaking
and the house.
that's true. After
Guys, thank you for accepting me. So I'm in with you guys.
4 days or 5 days or whatever, it's only like a day left
On this
or something
trip
like that.
to
They said
Dominican
not to
Republic.
leave the island, not to leave the
resort.
And they had a club there, and by the pool there was a club, and it was nice. And they had like different restaurants you could go, and you could sit down like at a restaurant,
Mhm.
or there was like a buffet, and all that shit's free. So I think
Included.
the drinks were free. I don't drink, so I think the fucking drinks, that's crazy.
It's
Well, anyway.
included.
Yeah, so after 4 days of that, if I did, everybody's like, "Oh, we should get off the island, off the fucking resort, whatever." So, they were saying that since the first day, but then it was hard to say no. I didn't want to because I don't give a fuck. But we finally go. We go to this fucking club, like the biggest club there, and it's a huge fucking white building. It's huge, like a football fucking stadium.
Mhm.
And when we open the door, we're like on a top, and it goes down.
Mhm.
When they open the fucking thing, it's like the gym, but just like fucking 10 times the size of that.
Mhm.
It's wall to wall
Warehouse.
black people, no AC, and I'm like, what the
Were they daggering?
fuck? No, they
Daggering.
no, they were just.
Panda River.
It's the Dominican, but they're
That's
like
staggering?
black. It looks like it's Haiti. And I'm like, did we cross into Haiti? And then my friends are like, dying laughing. And I'm like, there's no fucking AC. And there's a couple of big guys, and they're like, whoa, we can't handle this shit. But we had already talked the fucking driver to take us, and the driver's like, dude, we're not gonna go back or whatever. So we're like, oof. And we're looking, and we're fucking like, fuck it, let's try. So we go, and we're trying to dance, and you're sweating balls. It's August. You're sweating balls standing there. When you start fucking moving a little
Andy's
bit,
friend driving by.
start moving a little bit, it's a fucking disaster zone. You're just drenched. It's like you jumped
Right.
in a pool and you're clothes. So I'm like, oof, I'm not having a good time. Everybody's like, so 3 or 4 of us, hey, we should leave. So then this one guy, he played football in the NFL. Walker's watching TV. So I think we're done here.
I think so too.
So this guy's he's a big guy. He's like, he was like, let's get out of here. Just me and you. We'll take a taxi back. And I'm like, fuck, I didn't even think of that. Let's get the fuck out of here. So I'm pissed off. And this guy's the whole time he's been like a hippo. He's been so it's more humid than it is here. It's probably the same hotness, but it feels worse because it's fucking a nightmare. And so he's a fucking gringo and he's dying over there. He's big and fat. So he was the whole time in the pool up to his eyes like a hippo. And he's like, when he would get out, he would walk around with a towel because he's just sweating. He's like, I don't feel good. And the whole time he didn't feel good. And so he was, did I tell you this before? He's like a hippo like this.
That's funny.
The whole time, for hours. He would just sit there
sad
in the
hippo.
pool, angry. He just wanted to end the shit and go home. Right? So he's like, bro, let's fucking get out of here. Whatever. So we get in the fucking the taxi, and then he's like, we drive like maybe a couple minutes, and he goes, hey, tell this guy where there's girls. And I go, I don't know what we're doing yet. And I go, what do you mean girls? And he goes, just say fucking girls. And then I go, I niñas. And the guy is like, sí.
He knows where to
And he
go.
goes straight to like a whorehouse, right? And the whorehouse is a fucking 2-story, like a nice fucking house that's turned into a whorehouse.
Mhm.
But the bottom floor is like a pool. And you go in, you gotta pay like $10. And then when you go in, you sit at a table and they all come up to you. And then when they're there, he's like, whatever they say, it's 1/10 of that. And then they come up and they're
Wow.
right. And I don't know what he's even talking about. I don't know what's happening. And I'm like, whatever. Yeah. So they come up and they're like 100. And I'm like, let's go. And he's like, I just fucking told you a second ago. And I already forgot. I'm like, yeah, this bitch is hot. So he's like, $10. And then the girl's like, no, 70, 80. Gets them down to $20 fucking dollars. That to me, I'm like, dude, look at this chick. She's fucking ridiculous.
She's worth the money.
She's worth 100, whatever. So then he's fine with 20. They're fine with 20. I'm like, oh, fucking 20 is a lot better than 100. So we go up, and he's got a smaller one than me. He's huge, and mine's like black, and I'm always happy. And that's the bitch that did Frenos, which is another. She's on an island of black guys, a whole island, and then I'm fucking her.
I know
with
where this is going.
my it's
White guy
average,
cock.
maybe just a little above average, maybe couple inches at max.
Couple of inches.
It's not really. It's nothing that you should do Frenos to, especially after seeing last powerbomb bitches. Anyway, whatever. The bitch is Frenoing all over the place, and I'm pissed off, and I'm just like, whatever. So when
So she's pushing you back.
yeah, it's a nightmare. So, but she's hot, whatever. I fucking come, whatever. So, the bathroom was just covered in like condoms and condom wrappers and dead roaches. Oh, it was bad.
pretty gross.
Had to pee. Pretty bad because these little like shack room with like partition walls, like you could see over them. You could hear the guy next door. So my buddy's across the hall. So I finish, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. I go and I stand. I go and I knock and I could hear him in there. But I went, okay, whatever. 10 minutes go by. I'm standing there. People are like back and forth, and I'm still standing there. 20 minutes, like 30 fucking minutes. The guy comes out and he looks. Imagine this guy's 300 pounds. He looks like if he stepped into a pool in full clothing, and he's just
He's just soaking wet.
He has hair too, so it's like dripping. He just out and I'm like, what the fuck? And he goes. And he's taking forever. And he goes, with his teeth clenched, let's get the fuck out of here before I rip this place down beam by beam.
Why?
And I'm like, is this girl dead? What's going on? And he's like, let's just get the fuck out of here. He's like super angry. Like,
what
he's doing
happened?
this.
What happened?
I don't know. So, okay, whatever. We go. The place is full of like security guys. I don't know, it's like 20 or 30 fucking morons. And then they fucking
They're called rape stoppers. But
yeah, and the taxi drivers are there, whatever. So we get a taxi, and we start driving. And like after like a couple minutes of driving, he's like, "I'm like, what happened?" And he's like, "Dude, I fucking was my room. The AC didn't work. Right? He's been bitching, and he's dying the whole time. So his AC didn't work. So
imagine
he's
humping and heaving,
raining sweat on the bitch that she got grossed out.
Awesome.
Right.
So it's like jiu-jitsu class.
So
Yeah.
raining sweat. He goes raining like not like a little bit like a drop hits you in the mouth like when you roll a Gus. No, raining sweat.
yeah.
Awesome.
That then she tried to like suck his dick. Nothing. She tried to get my hand out so he couldn't come. He's just angry as fuck.
For half an
And
hour.
then he was bitching about the $20. He's like a cheap ass. So on the way back, like just like fuck, I hate this trip has been a fucking nightmare. And I'm having a pretty good time. So I'm like, whatever. That was my big story.
Awesome.
All
I
right.
liked it.
Are we done here?
I think we can end on that.
This is
on that
story
lovely
8,000
story.
for me. It's like pretty much. So when I was 7, Wonky's got one third grade fight story.
And
So
when my
it's-
cousin was 18, and
It's
then
suffice to say, or whatever, however you say that.
you
that
guys
Wonky
complain when I talk,
either
complain when I don't.
is
You
a
guys
boring
are in a
person who
relationship.
doesn't do anything.
We're in a fucking relationship. You complain when I talk, and you complain when I don't.
I've never complained when you talk.
You guys were like, look at the beginning of the night. 1, he interjected right now. 2, he
because that's all you
like
do is interject.
Bitches. Go fuck yourself. I do it on my terms. Suck my dick.
What year of the podcast are you gonna start telling stories? I'm just saying.
I'm waiting for season 3 to come back.
All right. Well, our seasons are 4.
I'm waiting for you guys to jump the shark. You haven't done it yet.
I don't know.
Only in life, but not here.
Yeah, it's when we first met with Laz to discuss the idea of doing a podcast. Juanqui had a whole bunch of ideas,
right?
And he's put 0 on the table.
Who said let's do a podcast?
Yeah, but just because you come up with the idea,
who said it?
You got to contribute.
Who said, guy? If I don't say that, there's nothing. You ungrateful fucks, bro. Hey, this is all part of the healing process for you guys, bro.
No, you don't understand. Is that you need to contribute because you are.
I don't need to do anything.
You got good stories. I think
you got good stories.
I don't have any stories.
You do have good stories.
You've been to Japan. A whole bunch. You've got a bunch of fighter stories.
You haven't told one of those
in Miami. I went to a private, to a Catholic school, elementary, Catholic junior high.
What elementary?
Catholic high school.
What school is that?
All Catholic ones, guy.
In Westchester?
Come again?
In Westchester?
Come again? This guy's ridiculous.
Whatever.
I went to St. Brendan's and come up. Just kidding, guy. I went to Stirrup, Rockaway Junior High, and
Stirrup. Where the fuck is that?
On 97th and Cottaway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Where did you go? Southwest, South Ref.
High school. Yeah.
South Ref, and before junior high.
I love Southwest.
And junior high.
Junior high was South Miami. I hated it.
It was horrible
all black.
Schools.
It was like
no
being put
wonder
in
you're
jail.
so angry.
When I went to Southwest,
no vagina and no winning at any sports, and no vagina, no
there
winning.
was
at
vagina like fuck at Southwest.
Compared to Core Park,
like fuck.
Compared to Core Park,
half the school's gringas, and gringos fuck you like hey, let's fuck. There was no boyfriend, girlfriend. There's no holding hands, calling on the phone, fucking talking. None of that bullshit. Just we're fucking. And look, I'm never gonna look at you again, or I'll say hi and I walk by you like nothing.
All right,
that was fucking awesome.
Okay.
But what happened was I went to junior high and it was half black and it was like being in jail. You're just constantly fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went to Southwest and I was like, like the whole time I was like this. When I went to Southwest and the fucking first time like it opened up or I saw like a bunch of people in the hallway and it was like everybody white. I was like, oh, God, like hallelujah. I was like walking into heaven, the gates of heaven. I was like, oh, I can relax. I think we were like 4 or 5 fights the entire fucking high school. In
Southwest.
And
what was the other school?
In South Miami, it was
South
just
Miami.
constant fighting. Constant. Like you just pretty much you could get in a fight every day if you wanted. Pretty much. Like if you just like wanted to that day, you're fighting for sure. Like they would do. I mean, it's funny now, but when they do it to you, you want to kill them. But they would like go up to like everybody. They would just slap you in the back of the neck. You know, they do it to the 7th graders because anybody else will kick their ass.
Right.
But they'll slap you in the back of the neck and they'll go redneck and run off, which is fucking hilarious. But when they do it to you, you're like, enraged. You just want to kill people.
Yeah.
And then when you're walking, they just like slap your books out of your hands and your books go flying.
That sounds fun.
And then all the other ones, like girls and shit, they start kicking your books and they fuck all your shit up. But it's funny now because they would do it to everybody. But you just want to kill them when I did kill a few. Oh. I told you about that chick I ran into the pillar once.
Yes.
That was awesome. Are we done? I think we're done. Mo's falling asleep.
He's falling asleep?
Let's fucking call this, bro. I don't even want to fucking.
That was a falling asleep? Is what you were
Yeah,
doing?
it's over.
All right.
You fall asleep weird.
Podcast number 12 or whatever this is.
14.
God damn, really?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Listen up, maggots. You are not special. You are not a beautiful or unique snowflake. You are the same decaying organic matter as everything else.